What is Magmo? What did he do? What did Des do? What is Magmo? What is it? Okay, let me think. He did a Minecraft stream, if I recall. I haven't been able to catch any of the boys' streams just because I've been so busy. I've been doing a lot of work. Yeah, like what did he do in Minecraft? What is Magmo? Elmo, but Magni. Oh. Interesting. Okay. He started a cult? I gotta tell you, man. I'm just gonna tell you, like, if he's trying to muscle in on, like, Altare, I'm putting, like, I'm betting my farm once again on Altare. I don't know what Magmo is, but, like, if it's like a cult, like, I don't think he could take Altare. Like, I'm betting the farm on Altare. Yeah. I don't see a method where he could, like, beat that. Whatever that is, right? Not the farm. Okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch the VOD, like, after. Can I watch the VOD? Oh, I have so much stuff to do. I will attempt to watch the VOD and get to the bottom of, like, what the heck Magmo is after we do some chatting, okay? All right. Good morning, everybody. Once again, it is I, Vesper Noir, the resident scholar of the Adventures Guild Tempus and a member of HOLOSTARS English. And we're doing Zasudan. Hello. Nikki GZ, I saw it. Thank you so much for the 20 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Lork, hello, welcome back. I love how the grandpa stated he didn't want Vespers to be bad at this point. It was already too late to stop the inevitable. Anyways, we're having a good homemade ramen today. No way. Ramen takes, like, you have to start making it overnight, right? I watched a YouTube video how to make, like, good ramen from, like, Walmart ingredients, and it takes, like, a long time, right? A long time. Sayo, thank you very much for the super chat. I heard that your voice is the summoning. I might have heard your voice at the summoning of Magthulu. Just wasn't about to find you. So many Magnites and Axolotls were there, so it was hard to see. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'll check it out. Ah. Matthew Molina, thank you very much for the super chat. At this point, you might as well start a coven. Start a World of Darkness campaign with the boys. Man, I'm into, like, D&D though. Maybe mic volume? We good? Hello? Mic volume? It might be when I, like, look away, right? As soon as I'm just a little bit off axis, it goes down, right? You good? All right. Ah, louder! Jose Garza, thank you very much for the super chat. G'day, I'm out of town, but I still managed to catch you live. Are you ready for the Christmas family meeting? I bought a lot of prime rib, which, like, people that enjoy cooking will be like, actually, it's a standing rib roast. Yeah, I bought a lot of standing rib roast. There you go. Ah, yo. Zave808, thank you very much for the Akasuba with no message. Very intimidating aura, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I want to talk about the plans that are coming up. And we start with Christmas, right? We start with Christmas. Watching this stream discreetly at work. Please don't tell my boss, Cassandra. I will try not to shout. Although, the compressor seems to be working pretty well. So, you know, should be okay. Yeah, I heard. Heard we got a squealer in our midst, huh? Grandpire in Japan? We got a squealer. Who's the squealer? It's one of you guys, huh? It's one of you guys. That Jimmy. That Jimmy. He's sleeping with the fishes. It was your Yoshi. It was the short one. That's the thing. He's not short. I don't really take part in that because he's not. He's like really not, right? Like if the entire roster of the San Antonio Spurs like join HOLOSTARS, like Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6, if the entire roster of the San Antonio Spurs join, then like Gen 1, like the entirety of Gen 1 would be incredible, like would be short, right? Right? Altare is not short. He's not. Okay, okay. We're gonna get back into it. Yo, Days, thank you for the super chat. Your Just Chatting streams are always so fun. Really love them. By the way, I just realized that your Solasta streams are basically an isekai with a football team. Kind of. Kind of. Although, like, I'm building, like, lore for each character. The only one that I haven't built, like, a background lore / personality for is probably Bariaga. Bariaga is, like, our straight man, right? She's just kind of, like, is the normal one that usually gets shit done, right? Turtle Cubes, thank you very much for the super chat. Do you know if the D&D vids will be premieres? I don't know what that is. Would be nice if reacting in real time and having a live chat when watching. I don't know what that is. I might have somebody teach me what that is and do it. It seems like a lot of people like it. Is it a good thing? Tavo XPX, thank you very much for the super chat. Love chatting stream. Thank you. I do like these. These are the ones that I feel the least amount of like stress, because it's just like catching up with old friends, right? Just like chatting. Altair is very tall. I like you. Shenanigans. I like the cut of your jib. You keep going. Please premiere it. Okay. It seems like nobody doesn't want it, and everybody seems to be for it. So I might ask and figure out like how to do it. No. Blueberry says no? Okay. Axel is very wide. He's jacked. He's jacked. He's jacked like Adam Driver in that one meme image. Oh god, if I could draw, I would redraw like the Adam Driver like meme image, but with like Axel's head. You know what I'm talking about? Who said no? Ban them. Haman, thank you very much for the super chat. Hey Vesper, buddy, old pal. I've been watching Kuroko no Basket, and I was wondering if you've seen it and who's your favorite generation of Miracles player. Mine is Murasaki Wara. Actually, I have not watched Kuroko no Basket yet. I have a good reason for that. The reason why I have not watched it yet is just because I have a lot of like love in my heart for like Slam Dunk. Yeah, like it's difficult for me to like continue. Yeah, Slam Dunk is the main issue. It's just like loyalty towards like that series, which is like, oh, so good. It's a part of my childhood, right? Like literally my childhood. GM Lemmy, thank you very much for the super chat. Sharing some just and some gift memberships too. Thank you very much. My work for this year is done. All I gotta do is watch streams, enjoy the holidays, then go on vacation in January. I'm gonna visit Uruguay, Argentina, and Chile. Nice, nice, dude. Actually, yeah. Especially like, not Chile, but I think like Argentina, Uruguay. Like if you go, it's gonna be like warmer there, right? Right? Because it's in like the southern hemisphere, so like it should be like nicer there than it is up here, right? Argentina is in summer right now. Exactly. Yeah, hot as hell. Good stuff. Good stuff. Enjoy it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Good vacation. Too hot? Is it too hot? Chile mentioned. Actually, in middle school, high school, we had like the legendary like transfer student. Actually, like brother sister like transfer students, right? And they came from Chile. It was like mid-year, and then they came over. Their parents moved over for work, and then like they were both like instantly like the coolest people in the school that I went to, because they were like mid-year transfers and like they were cool. And then I remember like they were very insistent because everybody tried to call it Chile, and they were like, no, it's Chile. And then they taught all of us to say it properly, and it's stuck ever since then. Like I've never like called it anything else. Yeah. Oh, I'm drinking tea, by the way. Getting back into it. Okay, let's talk about Christmas for a little bit. It feels like the entire... I talked to my sister, and apparently like in the family grapevine, news spread very quickly that the family cryptid was coming out. The family cryptid was like coming out and going to like Christmas dinner this year, right? So like there's like a gajillion people there. There are people that are flying from like across the country, out of country, and okay. The cryptid is finally going to a Christmas dinner, so like and it's like unfortunate because I don't think I told you guys this, but like during Thanksgiving dinner, they were like, oh, you're gonna be the one that like brings the main dish, right? And I was like, you know what, all right, I could do it. I could prepare it and then bring it over, and then I could cook it, as long as I get like run of the kitchen. They're like, yeah, just do the main dish, right? So I was like, okay, I'll do prime rib. Yeah, but there's gonna be like close to 20 people there. There's gonna be like 17 to 18 people there, so I had to buy 3 of them, and I don't know if the oven is big enough for 3. Yeah, I don't know. I spent like $280 on prime rib. I spent like a crazy amount. Just stack them. Yeah, I spent like way too much. Smoke one? Hunt a boar? Man, I wish. I've been really addicted to videos of like guys that like set up these like giant steel traps, and they trap like 40 like wild pigs, because like they like form these giant like giga packs, and then they destroy farmland. They're actually not good. Like they're pests, right? They're pests, and they're dangerous, and like they're violent. And I've been watching like videos of people like, yeah, set up these like crazy like big like steel traps and like trap like 30 to 40 wild pigs that are like roaming the countryside, like the feral pigs. Yeah, they're like dangerous, right? Like the bigger members of like the pack, they could like maul you. They could just like gore you. They're like very aggressive. So if you're going for like a morning constitutional, like in the countryside, and like you run across like that pack, like you could actually get killed. And I heard they like can eat people too. Like once you're dead, like they'll eat anything, and they can actually like eat you. I think that was like an arc in Golden Kamuy, and it's like, is that fake? It's like, no, they can actually like eat people. Pigs actually eat people. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh my. Oh my, so many. Dreadstad, thank you very much for the super chat. I love your icon. Reminds me. My birthday was yesterday, and I enjoyed it with a couple cups of tea on cold weather. About to go to work, and I can't stay home. Oh man, you're working the day after your birthday? I wish you could take like an extra day off, but happy birthday. Thank you for the super chat. I hope you have a good following week. I hope it's like the last work day and you could take the rest of the week off or something. Since it's like a holiday weekend, right? Ah, congratulations, though. Congratulations. Queemy, thank you very much for the super chat. Let's go let him talk. Indeed. Doji, thank you very much for the super chat. My D&D group is on a monthly break due to holiday, of course. Greatly appreciating the Celesta fix during this. It's a good game, right? I like it. I got a little bit salty because of the rolls. I rewatched the VOD and I was like, I'm getting salty. It's just D&D, baby. But I did get a little bit salty. It's just tabletop. I think like in a real tabletop situation, you can. I have like a bag of like dice that I just throw them in there and I never use those dice again. And like if I'm doing like a lot of really bad rolls, I take the dice and I put it into the bag and like it makes me feel better, right? I feel like I'm punishing something. Yeah. That kind of reminds me, I feel like in ancient history, there was like a king that fought like a battle or something, and then he lost the battle because of like a river, right? Like, of course there's like tactics and strategy involved, but like he lost a battle because of like the enemy cleverly used like a river to like screw him over. And then to punish quote unquote the river, he had like the river whipped. And then they threw like shackles like into the river or something like that. That's pretty much like the modern day equivalent of that. Like if you're rolling poorly in D&D and you banish the dice to like the F off bag, the river meta is OP. General Froggy, thank you very much for the super chat. Can you watch little Jimmy Squealer? My family, actually, yeah, like we've gone full circle. Like they're actually like kids again in my extended family. Oh my god. Seart, thank you very much for the super chat. We're literally 30 to 36 Celsius right now with several wildfires. Oh no! Man, wildfire season is wild, huh? Damn. The random one, thank you very much for the super chat. My sister is now a fan. Speaking of D&D, I found anime 5th edition D&D book and I'm enjoying it. What the heck? That sounds really cool. I hope it's like official content. 3D maneuver gear, Isekai MC is one of the classes. Awesome, awesome. Ah, Mecha W, Esquire. You're a lawyer. Welcome. Thank you for the super chat. Boars absolutely are a menace, and I wish people understood how destructive and dangerous they are actually. Yeah, they're like, you should not be like, oh, cute little like pig, and you walk up. No, they'll kill you. Yeah. Ah, Waddle, thank you very much for the super chat. I think I missed a couple because I was talking about like Christmas stuff, right? Whoops. Apologies. Have you heard of the squonk cryptid? It's a small creature that is ashamed of its looks. It hides from plain sight and spends most of its time weeping. When caught, it cries into a pool of tears. It's my spirit animal. I was gonna say, sounds like me, which explains why you hang out in my stream so much. It sounds like me. Wilker, thank you very much for the super chat. Have a share from the scratch cards I got for my birthday at work today. Yesterday. That sounds like it was your birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. Man, you had to work on your birthday? Ah, such is life. Actually, this year I'm gonna have to work on my birthday. Traditionally, on my birthday, I take the entire day off, and then I go to sleep with my strongest sleeping pill, and then I don't wake up until my birthday is done. I don't like thinking about my birthday. But this birthday, like, I have to work on my birthday. I can't skip it. Could you imagine if I skip it? Like all 3 members of Tempest will like kick down my door. Like they'd kick down my front door, then kick down my like bedroom door, and then like drag me over to the computer. But little do they know I keep my spear. Actually, Dez knows. Dez knows I keep the spear next to my bed, and I'll like fend them off, right? Yeah. Days, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Brutus Salad, thank you for the super chat. You're thinking of Xerxes of Persia. He lost a naval battle and had the ocean punished for betraying him. Ah, the ocean. I remember river, but I guess I was like completely wrong. Yeah, right? Like, what the heck? Pig! Thank you for the super chat. This is true. Pigs are evil. I'm just imagining, like... It's so interesting that your name is Pig. What a coincidence. Ray Smash Brawl, thank you for the super chat. Which sounds worse to run into, a wild boar or a mountain lion? Typically, mountain lions are more like shy, right? They'll like tend to avoid you. Whereas like mountain lions are worse. Okay, you die either way. I've seen like several mountain lions like going on hikes, and they typically like look at you and then they leave. They're like cats, right? They're very cat-like in that like they'll look at you and then they'll leave. I think if you're bigger than them and like they could tell that like you're in good shape and you're like not worth it because you can hurt them, they're like very like risk averse, because a cat is like a pretty solitary animal. And if they like get injured taking down prey, like they're dead, they're screwed. Like they don't have a pack to like help them out. So they tend to like only pick off things where they're like relatively certain that like they'll take 0 damage, right? Yeah. That guy's ripped, I'll leave him be. No. You're thinking of my brother, not me. You're thinking of my brother. Orion Valiant, thank you very much for the super chat. Have a wild hog rating stream. I can finally join in. Stay safe. Family holidays. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna meet people that I haven't seen in maybe like 20 years. A wild hog rating stream? So like people could send in like pictures of like wild pigs in their backyard. Sigil 7X, thank you very much for the super chat. There was a ruler in Europe once whose horse drowned in a river. For his vengeance, he had the river split and separated so many times that he could walk across it without getting water on his boots. That sounds so metal. It sounds like Charlemagne to me, but I haven't heard that legend before, ever. That sounds like a legend, right? That doesn't sound like a modern, like, king. Holy crap, that's metal. Ainsley Marie, thank you very much for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Phalanx, thank you very much for the super chat. Farrell, half asleep on sleeping pills, Vesper, fending off the Tempest boys with the spear. Artists, get on it. Yeah. Lev, thank you for the super chat. My coworkers complained when I didn't tell them it was my birthday the day that I was in. I'm too old to celebrate and I'm happy about it. Yeah, right? I don't know. For me, the year that I stopped getting birthday gifts was the year that I stopped like caring about my birthday. And it's just like, I remember my like mindset was just like, I don't like cake. I don't like cake. So what's the point? So your 120th birthday. Yeah. I like pie better than cake. And I think it's like always been like that. I've heard people say that like when you're younger, you like cake, and then when you get older, you like pie, but I feel like ever since I was a kid, I like pie better. I like pie better because texturally it's more interesting, right? Texturally it's more interesting and it's more varied, right? It's more varied, and like there's more types of pie than there are more types of cake, right? pie is disgusting though. You know, I disagree with what you say, but I would defend to the death your right to say it. So it's like, you know, that's fair if you really, really don't like it. American Pie. I will admit, I stopped eating pie for like 2 or 3 years because of that movie. I just kept thinking about someone like sticking their Wii in it, and I was just like, you know what? I'll just skip the pie. That's fine. I just don't feel like it, right? I will admit, that movie caused me to stop eating pie for like a couple of years. But yeah. I'm losing track. There's too many. You guys are too kind. No! Sushi, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Taco, thank you for the super chat. Pigs eat everything. I have many farmers in the family, and when I helped when I was younger, I witnessed one pig. Oh my god! I don't think I could say that. And I was just talking about people sticking their Wiis in a pie. That's incredible. Wow. And carry on like it was just nothing. Irish wristwatch. Thank you very much for the super chat. Your stories remind me of a time a friend and I went for a mile walk one way to rent a video game. You're one of my people. There's no way that a Zoomer would understand renting a video game. They would be like, what are you talking about? You're one of my people. Another eldritch being from like the olden days. We were about 11 years old and it was minus 11 F without the windshield. Holy crap, that's cold. Woo! I remember that too. I remember actually like walking to a Blockbuster to get like... I remember walking to a Blockbuster really excited because I wanted to rent Quest 64. Because I was just, do you remember? All right, do you remember like, all right, Nintendo 64 brothers and sisters? Do you remember like being desperate for a JRPG on the N64 and it like never came out? Do you remember that? Do you remember thinking like, oh man, I can't wait until the first JRPG comes out for the N64? And it was just like, no. It was the Bugs Bunny meme where his lips are all pursed and he goes, no. I remember like walking like this with a smile in my heart to Blockbuster to rent Quest 64, and then I played it. And it was like not the JRPG that I wanted. Anyway. Toxer95, thank you very much for the super chat. So you're telling me that a mountain lion is a glass cannon? Kind of. Actually, kind of like an accurate way to describe it. Yeah. Oh my god. I need that mod that people keep telling me to download. Dark Hand is 0. Thank you very much for the super chat. Hope you get lots of birthday presents this year. I'm a little scared. But I'm a little scared. Does that work in real time? I'm talking about like not a mod, like an add-on, which I've been told like we're clear to use, where like it organizes like messages in super chat, so it's just like easier to read it. I keep like losing my place, which is like messing me up. Epic Frost, thank you very much for the super chat. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! I feel like it's just reminding me that a year has passed and all the things that I haven't done in that time. You know, I used to think that way too. But I also think like this is something that I've noticed. That like my life, and I've lived a very long time. Apparently 28 years. But a pattern that I've noticed in my life is that the most productive years of my life, and I've had like 2 or 3 years where it's just like, wow, like I can't believe like what I did that year. Like things changed insanely, which is like 2022, right? 2022 is like the latest time that happened to me, which is like, you know, you know. Anyways, I've noticed that like the most quote unquote productive years of my life, where like lots have changed and I'm like kind of proud of what I've done, they're like immediately after like a 1 to 3 year period where like I'm very dissatisfied. I feel like I didn't get much done, and like, oh man, like I wasted time. Like I have that feeling for like the preceding years, and then like there's just like an explosion of like stuff that I did, and I'm very proud. And I've come to the conclusion that like that's not really like a mistake. That's not really a coincidence. I think it's like, have you ever seen like a cat start to jump? Like a cat that's not like taking a running jump, they're like preparing to jump, right? They kind of like crouch and like wiggle their butt, and it's like cute, and you're like, oh, it's so cute. Yeah, like I feel like if you're feeling that way, it might be like the butt wiggle before the pounce. Exactly. And ever since I like realized that, I've started to feel less stressed about like having productive years, and it's like, oh man, like I didn't do much this year. I just think like, oh, that must mean like something big is coming up, right? Yeah. Not to discount your feelings, but I do think good stuff is coming up, right? So it's like, it's okay to reflect and be like, oh, I wish I did more over the last year, but it also means like maybe you can expect something like really big coming up, right? Anyway. Yeah. 6th, thank you very much for the super chat. Not gonna lie, your stories remind me of all the times I did hiking with friends. Fortunately, the only dangers of hiking in my area are rattlesnakes. Ooh, those are like a big one. More fortunately, they at least alert you of their presence. Yeah, and like, you know, snakes in general are like just like not aggressive, right? Like they gain nothing from attacking you, right? Because like venom, you know that like snakes don't have like an infinite supply of venom. Like they like run out, right? And then they have to like recharge it. So it's like if they attack you, they make themselves temporarily weaker. So it's just like there's no reason for them to attack you unless like you force it upon them. So I do think that like snakes are just like, if yeah, it's like supremely like abnormal, that situation. Like if you get attacked by one, like you basically stepped on it. You basically stepped on it, and like it had its back to a wall and it couldn't escape, right? Yeah. I also think they're kind of like, is it weird that I kind of like them? I think snakes are like kind of cute. I don't know. I like the shape of the head. It's like round and snout based. They're danger noodles. Exactly. Exactly. Brony Tran, thank you very much for the super chat. I've been looking to get into D&D. Would you recommend Celesta for a complete beginner? And do you have any other games and programs to recommend? I would recommend it for a beginner. Yeah. Like I said before, like if you play it, it might be hard to get into because like you're just not going to understand a lot of like the mechanics. And like, I think there's like a tutorial, but I don't know how good it is. But yeah, I would recommend it. It's good. It's good. My video rental was family owned, and the family really liked Star Wars, so the whole place was Star Wars themed. It was very cool. Mobu, thank you very much for super chat. Dude, that sounds really cool. I miss the days of like mom and pop places. They're kind of like dying out. They're kind of dying out. I did not live in a town that had like a mom and pop like video shop, but I do know of it. Yeah. Fenrir lives. Thank you very much for the super chat. Just reminds me of how in an alternate timeline, Nintendo partnered with Sony and released a Nintendo PlayStation. How the world would have changed. Indeed, indeed. So Seiji Boots, thank you very much for the super chat. I like your image, your profile picture as well. This year was the first time in 6 years that my workplace forgot my birthday. No awkward happy birthday song in the lunchroom. No gross kiwi fruit cake that everyone hates equally. It was awesome. Was it recent? If it was, happy birthday. If it wasn't, happy birthday. Mizuki Kurosaki, thank you very much for Super Chat. I love your stories. Listen to the video while at work. Yo! That makes me happy. Thank you for the compliment. I'm doing my best. Man, do you think I'll ever run it? I have. All right. So like it's like crossed my mind that like I might run out of stories, which is why like I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to mention it. We were like having a discussion of like anything cool that we're going to do over the next year, like 2023, like any cool like content you want to do. And then, you know, people were discussing it. I'm not going to spoil, like, the other boys, like, what they have planned. They have some, like, cool... Like, I mean, like, it's the boys. Like, they're so hardworking. But they have some really cool stuff planned. And then they were like, what about you, Vest? Like, what are you planning on doing? And I was like... Yo, I heard Starlink exists over Antarctica now. I heard that Starlink exists over Antarctica. So I'm going to be the first VTuber to stream from Antarctica. And then there was just like dead silence. And they were like, what? It's like, yeah. Nobody believes me. Yeah. Vince Marentes, thank you very much for the super chat. Do you have any experience with the sci-fi TTRPGs like Travelers or Stars Without Number? No. Not only have I never played them, I don't think I've ever heard of Traveler or... Wait, have I heard of Traveler? I might have heard of Traveler. I can't be sure though, but I have not. I think the closest thing to like a sci-fi TTRPG I've played is Lancer. I've played Lancer before, which is like a mecha, not even a mecha, like they don't call it that, but yeah, like a giant robot TTRPG. Yep. Felix Wuff, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you for the whole hard work you put in to make us all happy. No problem. It's a joy. Found a new job which pays more. Yo, congrats. I'm excited for it. Take my money because you've accompanied me while job hunting. No problem. Congrats on the huge win. Hopefully, like, the new job, in addition to paying better, like, treats you well, right? Because I feel like that's, like, so important. It's so important to, like, have coworkers that you like and respect. And, like, it's just good, right? Because, like, even if they pay you, like, a ton, like, if they don't treat you well, it's kind of like, everybody deserves to be treated well, right? Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations, though. Lamp Devil, thank you very much for the super chat. Taking a break from holiday baking while watching. You're great to work by. Merry Christmas. Good luck with all that prime rib. I have no idea how I'm going to cook it in one oven. But thank you. I'll do my best. Vince Perrin, thank you very much for the super chat. Do you admire the shaft of your 7-foot spear? It's like heavy wood. And there's very little flex. Very little flex. I like it a lot. Yes, I do admire it. Cesar Lopez, thank you very much for the super chat. Recently got my driver's license. Congrats. Big win. Vesper shirt for sticking with me through the driving exam. Big win. Lots of freedom. It's so good. Tachibana Akira, thank you very much for the super chat. I've been to Antarctica. It's great. Would love to see you do a stream there. Yeah, there's a place I'm interested in. I'm not going to say it. I shouldn't. Well, I'll figure it out. Yeah, I'll figure it out. That is like the goal. If I don't meet it, like I'm not going to beat myself up, but like I want to stream from Antarctica. That's my like, yeah. There's another place that I want to stream too. But that I don't think is possible. I don't know how to pronounce it. Beauvais Island? You guys have ever heard of that place? Beauvais Island? Space? No. No. Marty Panzer, thank you very much for the super chat. The most boring man in the world. Craziest stories ever. I like to think that I'm like Bilbo Baggins, where like 99% of the time I'm pretty boring, and then 1% of the time I just go like wild, right? Yeah. JY, thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Yo, Mizuki, congrats. You got your tech license. Congrats. Watotodao, thank you very much for the super chat. Hololizer is what you can use to see all the super chats. Also, YouTube premieres are just scheduled uploads with live chat. Great. Oh, I do schedule like the uploads of my videos. I do that. So I already do that. So the premiere is just that with like a live chat when it goes up. When does it end? When does the live chat like end? Okay. Do other people... Oh, yeah. That happens with like basically every music video release, right? Like I remember watching along with everybody for like Axel, like whenever he premieres like a music video, right? And then there's like a countdown and oh, okay. So you know what? Like I think the chance of me doing that has just gone up significantly. I didn't know that's what it was called. Oh. I think in general it's like if it's something that nobody's ever done before, like man, I don't know if I can do it. But if other people are already doing it, like my confidence in like getting permission to do it like goes like way up. Okay. Then I think I will. I think we finished. It's 9 videos total, and I will upload 1 video a day. Pending permissions, right? Like, still not 100%. Please don't be disappointed if like something happens, but like it's progressing well. Yeah. Regris, thank you very much for the super chat. Regris? Is holiday bonus time at the office keeping awesome? Also, what are your feelings on Thaco? I remember that. Oh man, is that 2nd edition? I like it because it's like a part of like my childhood. I know exactly what you're talking about with the ability scores, right? Yeah. I like Thaco. To hit armor class 0. I mean like Baldur's Gate 2, right? Baldur's Gate 2 is what like teaches you those like mechanics that they like removed. But I do think it was like a significant reason why like people couldn't get into D&D. So I think it needed to be like simplified. It's basically the same thing with like extra steps. You need to do like subtraction. You need to do like subtraction to hit like, yeah. It's just like add subtraction to the mix instead of like, yeah. Yeah. Here's a question for you. What is the cleric's favorite hot drink? Divinity? Good one. Normal Mar, thank you very much for the super chat. Snakes are cute. Some of them have kind of puppy dog faces. I hope you have a good holiday. Thank you. I agree. I like them. I think they're cute. I do. Andy Romo, thank you very much for the 10 gifted memberships. Much appreciated. Mr. Cleanup Guy, looking jacked. Antarctica stream would be GOAT just to avoid the crashed alien ships. I wish it's just like it's like a Zatsudan or like it's like a Zatsudan or I'm playing like Shadows of the Empire, like I'm playing like the first 2 stages of Shadows of the Empire like on Hoth and I'm just like, what's up, Festies? I'm playing interactive Shadows of the Empire. I don't know. Kamen Rider KFP, thank you very much for the super chat. Yo, Porco Rosso from back in the day was sent overseas movie stores to show that they would be selling renting. Yeah, that's amazing. I know exactly what you're talking about. The like not for like use or public resale, like a preview copy. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Nenorock, thank you very much for the super chat. Have you ever read a book series called The Black Company? I have not. POVs from the company's analysts and the writing style would depend on who's alive to record events. Interesting. Never heard of it though. What's the genre? Company's analyst? Is it like actual fiction? Like realistic fiction, not like sci-fi or anything like that? Huh. Pup Brother, thank you very much for the super chat. Lancer is the best. Do you remember the mech that you played? The Zheng is overpowered. What did I play? There was like a teleporty boy. I think I played the teleporty boy. Is it the Lich? It looked cool, so I picked it, and then I died because it has no HP. I think it was the Lich. And then I played like a doggo. I played like a doggo robot. Yeah. That's what I remember. I played it twice. I thought about DMing it, but it's just like I don't know enough about the mechanics to DM yet. Memory card, thank you very much for the super chat. Stream from Point Nemo. It's a location in the ocean furthest from any land. Interesting. Point Nemo. All right. I'll check it out. How do I get there? Any chance you're looking into playing Baldur's Gate 3 once they officially release it? I mean, it depends on, like, you know, permissions, right? Swim? You swim? I do have, like, a lot of love in my heart for the Baldur's Gate, like, franchise. So, like, I'm definitely probably going to be the one that puts in that, like, request. But again, like, it just depends, right? It's always, like... It's always tough, like, disappointing. The Tempera, the Vesties, like, all four of us are just... I feel like all four of us are, like, we feel the same way, where it's just like, it's never a good feeling, like, disappointing people. Yeah. Kayak to Point Nemo? I don't know, man. I don't know. Don E, thank you very much for the super chat. Feels like Vesper's in a really good mood, so energetic you made my day. Yeah! I feel like, good stuff is on the way. We need to catch up so I can, like, chat with, like, the stuff that's coming up. Because I, like, briefly mentioned it, and then, like, I got, like... I got distracted. Wacky Warrior, thank you very much for the super chat. Old manga to binge. I've been on an old manga binge, and I wanted to ask you, have you ever watched or read Zatchbell before? Yeah! Yeah! I remember watching it. Man. Yeah, I didn't read it. I watched it. That was, like, surprisingly dark, right? If I remember, like... I remember a plot twist. I'm not gonna, like, spoil it, even though it's, like, a classic. Like... There was a plot twist that was like, that's very dark. Like, compared to how, like, cute the art style is, it's, like, very cute. And then, like, it got, like, really dark. It got, like, super dark. But it was good. In a good way. In a good way. I like it. I liked it. It was good. Carlton, thank you very much for the super chat. I run a D&D club for my preteen students. Any monsters you would recommend that would mess with them but don't outright kill them? I can adjust for CR. Ooh, this is a good question. I like it. Okay, like, you're talking about, like canon monsters in like the official 5th edition, like, monster manual, right? Or like any of the supplementary books, right? This is a good question. What's my favorite monster to use? Well, it depends on the level, right? It depends on the level, whether they're low level or high level. The false Hydra. The Hydra is a good one. The Hydra is, like, really frustrating, right? That's probably, like, one of the first monsters where they're just like, should we just, is it just, like, not worth it? No rust monsters. The children don't deserve that. Mimics. Yeah. It's not a canon monster, but the one thing that I remember in my mind... You guys ever watch, like, Acquisitions Inc? In Acquisitions Inc, which is it's a D&D game run by the people that, you know, like Penny Arcade, PAX. They usually run it at PAX, right? Do you remember? It was like a long time ago. There was a monster. It was a fully grown dragon, and it had a like a stripped tree trunk like strapped to its leg. And then they were like, what is that? Why does it have a tree trunk like strapped to its leg? And then like it drew the tree trunk and they're like, oh shit, it's a wand. Uh-oh. It's got a wand. And then they're like, all right, later. They're like, let's just not mess with this one. Because it's like a fully grown dragon that has a wand. And they're like, uh-oh. No, thank you. The image that like it conjured in my head was just like, that's so cool. I like it. Displacer beasts are good. Yeah. Anything that can go invisible is really good, right? Anything that can go invisible. Well, dragons in D&D, in the D&D universe, like the official one, they are sentient. Yeah. Definition of nope. It's rad. Yep. Kellogg's PP, thank you very much for the super chat. Working from a windowless storage room for InfoSec sessions, and nobody else is in today because of Lowell December. Bad news, the closet is sad and lonely. Good news, I can chill with Vesper and chat without anybody bothering me. Working in a closet. I feel really bad. Why do they put you in the closet? Hang in there. Yeah. All right, I'll do my best to like make it entertaining. Okay, we're finally caught up and we could like chat. All right, let's go. Harry Potter? You even mentioned that. Yes, Deep Rock Galactic this week. I'm excited. I heard that it's on sale right now on Steam. I should buy it like right now. You guys need, if you guys are like looking forward to that because you like the video game, if you like Deep Rock Galactic and you're looking forward to that collab, which we might do like more than just one of, it sounds like it's going to be like right up our alley and like it's just a good game. You guys need to thank Altair. Like he fought like tooth and nail to get us to be able to play that game. It wasn't just like a one and done. He got like annoying about it. You guys got to thank Altair for that. I like how surprisingly like single-minded he could be. Is that an insult? I don't want to insult him. I don't. Do you know what I'm talking about though? Like, can you tell just by like watching his streams? He can get like laser like focus on like one thing. Definitely not an insult. Good. You wouldn't expect that because he's kind of like, he gives off the aura of like a laid back guy that's like soft and gentle, right? But like very much like he can be like single-minded and like this. I will not think or do anything else until this, and then like is good. I like it. Yeah, because when you see people like that, they tend to be like hot-headed, brash, like loud, like right. But like, yeah. Anywho, yeah. Who said? So we're gonna be playing Deep Rock Galactic, which I've heard is a very, very good game, and it's a 4-player game, so it's like perfect for us. Vesper Hours, hello, welcome. Rock and Stone. Man, I don't know how I'm gonna make that much prime rib. But because you can't make like 2 of them and then make the 3rd one after the first 2 are done. It takes like 4 to 5 hours to make like a proper standing rib roast, right? Yeah, holiday plans, Dave. Exactly, exactly. So, holiday plans. Christmas dinner. Actually, it might be Christmas Eve. I don't know. I need to double check. But I already bought the meat, and I'm like preparing it. By the way, like, you shouldn't buy it like the day before. Like, you need to buy it like 3 to 4 days before, and then like prepare it, right? Let it dry out a little bit, let the flavors like intensify. But Christmas dinner, and then because it's such a big get together, we're spending New Year's together as a family, and I think we're traveling. Like, we got to go somewhere, like as a group. The people that live nearby are like bringing like the vans and the trucks and the SUVs and stuff like that, and then as a family we're like traveling. Like a caravan of noirs, right? A caravan of noirs are like traveling around. Yeah, so like up to New Year's and a little bit beyond, we're gonna be like hanging out, which is interesting because like I'm old, right? And I distinctly remember experiencing that, like the family get together as a child, and I remember the adults, which is like all the aunts and uncles and stuff like that, they would just be drinking. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like the entire time is just them like drinking, which is like I don't really do that anymore. I did that in college. I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy that. It do be like that. Yeah. That's a classic. It's a universal experience. You're just like a kid, and all the kids are like grouped together, being like, "Hey, how you doing? Hey." And then like you look over and like all the adults are like at the table like drinking, right? Bring a big bottle of tea. The thing is like I don't want to join that. Ah, by the way, when I was told about the get together, I was like, is Crazy Alaska Uncle coming? Because that would be like cool. That would like be like one reason for me to like look forward to it is the Crazy Alaska Uncle coming over. And they were like, no. Yeah. Aren't you the crazy uncle? People call me that. People call me that. I'm the next generation like Crazy Alaska Uncle. Like you hit on that. Like I feel like you said that as like a joke, but like that's like what I'm referred to. I'm like the next generation of that. Yeah, I'm like Crazy Pete with the twitchy eye. Yeah. I mean, you are. Ron of R, thank you very much for the super chat. It's great if you don't mind. I mean, every game has bugs. You can't really like do much about that. Except, I guess like Nintendo. I've like literally never heard of like a buggy Nintendo game. Anyways, we're just gonna move on. Robot Land from Cornland. Robot Man from Cornland. Thank you very much for the super chat. Hang in there, closet brother. One day they will let us out, and then we shall rise up. Lord Plasma. Thank you very much for the super chat. Dream streaming from space. Counts as Gen Z. Keep on rockin' Vesty. Thank you. Okay. So, through New Year, we're doing like a family trip, which is like a pseudo camp. It's like from what I've heard, it's like a pseudo camp because some of us are like cool with it, and then some of us are very much not. So we're staying like nearby enough for there to be like a decent hotel, and they could just be like, well, have fun living in the dirt like a bunch of animals. We're fucking off to the hotel, right? So it's like that. RNA, like I know what glamping is. Even glamping is not enough for the people like that don't like it, right? Even glamping is like not enough for like this faction of Clan Noir. Like, they're just like, no. To this faction in our family, in our clan, like, glamping is like putting lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig, right? Glomping? What the hell is glamping? Alright, Zareth, glamping is camping, but like, the tent is already set up and it's heated, and there's like nice bathrooms and nice showers, and it's basically like camping in your backyard. Like, that's how like easy it is. Luxury camping, exactly. Yeah. Jovash the Red, thank you very much for the super chat. My younger brother and I are called the fun uncles as we are single and have the cool toys. We are the youngest of 8 siblings. Yeah, yeah. The fun uncles are the ones that are like the fun uncles are like, from the parents' perspective, the uncles that like let you do the things that like they would never let you do, right? Watotodal, thank you very much for the super chat. If you use your streaming laptop with your family, make sure to tell them not to interrupt you so they don't walk in and dox you. Yo, I'm like way ahead of you. I'm going into like that tool. I'm like camping from a tool. I'm not camping. I am streaming from a freaking tool shed. I'll have to use Wi-Fi because like I can't get like an Ethernet cable out there. But like, I'm gonna like hide in the tool shed and like stream from there. Like, I will absolutely make sure that like I do not get caught. They could never know. They just can never know. I'm not gonna make that joke because it's like implying that I would like be a kinslayer, right? Whatever, it's too late. It's like if they find out, like I cover the mouth and then like I stab them in the back and they're like, and I'm just like, and then like I slowly like lower them onto the ground, right? They could never find out. But on the topic of like fun uncles, my crazy Alaska uncle was like the fun uncle. And I distinctly remember when he was like, his uncle privileges were like rescinded. And then we couldn't talk to him that much as kids. Because he bought us like BB guns like, without permission, and we were both like, yes! Like me and my brother, the brother that's like Jack, we were both like, what? Yeah! And they were like, okay, it's time for Uncle to go. You gotta shoot your eye out, kid. That's probably like the most common way for the cool uncle to like lose their uncle privileges. The BB gun. I can't believe Vesper read my name. Whack. I did it. There you go. Ruben Ibarra, thank you very much for the super chat. Is there anyone in your family that would be in our demographic that would make you worry about them finding out? No, actually, no. I'm the only, for lack of a better word, weeb in my family. Like, nobody in my even extended family, like nephews, nieces, cousins, like I am literally like the only weeb in my entire family. Yeah. Yeah. That you know about? That might be true, Stacy. It's like a lot more widespread than it was. But like amongst like the cousins, like when I was growing up, like the cousins are all around my age, right? It was still very much niche. And if you wanted to go on the internet and get your like anime fix, you'd have to go to Anime Web Turnpike. and go to like a web page that like where it had like background music in MIDI and it was made by like a 12-year-old. Anyway. So yeah, like up to and a little bit beyond New Year's, we're doing like a family gathering outing. I can't tell you exactly. I don't even know. Like, I can't tell you because I don't know when that ends. I just have to go with them. And then, not immediately after, but I am like within January taking a trip to like the motherland of like weebdom, right? The motherland. Yeah. And this was... I was thinking about, like, canceling my trip. Because, like, I took an involuntary 2 weeks off, right? I took an involuntary 2 weeks off. And because I booked the tickets, like, a long time ago. I booked the tickets, like, a while ago. And it was like, oh, this is, like, going to be, like, your reward for, like, working hard. Because, we're all working hard. And then I was just like, And then like I felt like I'm not gonna I will be streaming. It'll be like Axel, like the way Axel is doing it. Like we're both gonna be like streaming while we're there. So it's not like completely time off, but like I'm probably gonna need like at least 3 or 4 days to like settle because it's gonna be weird. And you're right, yeah. But I did like strongly consider canceling because I had that like 2-week gap. And then now I'm doing this, and it's just like, it's not a good look. It's like not a good look. Vesper and JSTRs, no. I might give up. All right, I might give up. Like for the Vesties that are like used to me streaming at like 10 a.m. Pacific, like I might have to give up and stream in JSTRs, but like I am going to try my best to keep it up. But it's like 3 in the morning, I think. In Japan. If I give up and I have to stream like earlier or later, I apologize for that, but like I will go in attempting to keep that schedule. Yeah. But anyways, I was strongly considering canceling the trip just because I had that like 2-week gap, and it's just like it's not a good look. It doesn't feel right. I should like focus on getting back into like the rhythm, and yeah. I did end up like not canceling, obviously, right? But yeah. Yuchio, thank you very much for the super chat. Is the Annie Pike reference the hardest you've ever aged yourself? It might be. Yeah. Quest 64? Well, what about like just this stream? I was talking about walking to a Blockbuster to rent Quest 64. That's like pretty up there, right? In aging myself, right? Yo, Stickly! Stickly of Nickelodeon fame. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. Annie Pike hurt me emotionally. Oh, interesting. No, definitely, Johnny. You should take care of your health first. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like a long... Alright, well, yeah, it's a long road. And I do strongly suggest, like... I don't think there's any shame in it. Like, just... Therapy really, really does help. I think it's helped me more than, like, anything else. So, like, I highly do recommend it. Yeah. Health first. Like, it's not even, like... It's a little bit negative, I'm just gonna say it. There's always gonna be people that like criticize you. There are. Like, if there's like 10 people in a room and you like decide to like say like, hey, like I need to take care of my health, and so like I'm gonna be like taking time off. If there's 10 people in a room, like at least one of them is just gonna be like, don't do that. Ignore that person. if there's 10 people in a room, like at least one of them is just gonna like tell you not to do it, or they're gonna like, there's always like, or like they're gonna say like, oh, like you're lying, or oh, like somebody in the world like has it worse than you. Like there's like a gajillion things that they could say, right? Ignore that person. There's like nothing, there's nothing better than prioritizing your health because you've only got one life, right? Yeah. Definitely. I hope you make a full recovery. I believe in you. I believe in you. Daisyhead, thank you very much for the super chat. What about going into the forest to find dirty magazines? I did that all as a kid all the time. What? Not actually, yeah, it was in a forest. God, I remember that. I remember that. I remember. There was a porta potty in a forest. And there was a dirty magazine in there. I remember that. And I remember, don't ask me why, but there was like literally a crazy amount of kids together in one spot in the forest, right? And we were all using that porta potty and nobody had the guts to take it, but like people were going to the bathroom like 8 or 9 times a day. It was weird. It was very weird. Me personally, I just like used a different one, but that one had like a line. Don't clip this one. That's disturbing. What are you even talking about? I'm just weird. I'm just weird. Just ignore me. Robot Peter 101, thank you very much for the super chat. Did you experience the feeling of renting a video game and finding out it doesn't work because it was too scratched up? Yes, yeah, that did happen. That did happen. Although the Blockbuster, like where I grew up, they were good about that. Like if you went back and you were like, hey, like it doesn't work, they'd be like, oop, okay, and then take a different one. Yeah. Shaco from League of Legends, thank you for the super chat. Get that one person with your spear. Mental health matters. It really does. It really does. In my mind, like Shaco from League of Legends cares about your mental health because like it's better if Shaco like tilts someone that's like already in a good state of mind, right? He's like the Joker, and it's like not. It's not as fun if it's not Batman. If it's not fun if it's like not the peak, right? Yeah. Chev Steves, thank you very much for the super chat. Vess went to the other porta potty with the other magazine. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. What? What story? Harry Cheeseball, thank you very much for the super chat. Extremely solid life advice. I also appreciate the dedication to go as far as streaming out of shed. Hope you have a great trip. Yeah, it might be a Twitter space, which I think Altare told me that they disabled it because there's like issues. There's like coding issues with Twitter space, but is it back? I think I heard that it's back. Like it was like disabled last week and it's back this week or something, right? Yeah. Gotta be honest. I swore to myself like I would never do one of those, but like because of the situation that I'm in right now, it might be the best way to do it. Just because like the way the data works, right? Yeah. Shaco from League of Legends, thank you again for this. You caught me. Nothing's better than seeing the light of success and happiness fade from their eyes. You're like literally the Joker. Anywho. Yeah. You know, I might have to rethink Altair's planning his revenge. I might have to rethink like the Japan trip, because I was planning on like keeping it a little bit like under wraps so that I could do like maybe some like travel content. But I think because it's like out of the bag, I might need to like play it safe. Although, I've been keeping close tabs on our boy Axel. He seems to be just like doing fine, right? Am I being paranoid? I might just be like completely paranoid. Because like Axel's just like, yeah, whatever. And he's like perfectly fine, right? He's just out there. Japan is really big. Be aware of him. I'm just a little guy. I think you're being overly cautious. Okay. The reason why I did the D&D series, and it's going to be like 9 episodes, and we got like 2 other videos that we can upload. So like total of like 11 possible days where like it could just be like straight uploads if I have to take the time off. Big if. Yeah. No harm in being cautious? Yeah. It's just, I'll think about it. To be fair, Axel's been to Japan many times. Yeah, it's true. Definitely. I might be overthinking it, but like, there were things that I wanted to do. Probably shouldn't. Just play it safe. He's been telling me, because we're not allowed to like. Well, I can't see it, but apparently he's like, yeah, just take little like blog pictures and like show the axolotls like membership content. You should do that. I was like, oh wow, you can do that like safely and like not dox yourself. And he's like, ah. He's very much like, ah, whatever. I think like his exact words are like, I could take them if they're weird. That's like totally like an Axel thing. Don't worry about it. I could take them if they're weird. Which he could. He probably could. He's jacked, but like. Unbound Soul, thank you very much for the super chat. When's the podcast, my dude? Any updates? I will not spoil it. I will not. Because that's Altair's show. That's Altair's thing. It's going to be on Altair's channel. And it'll be out when he's ready for it to be out, right? I'm not going to pressure him because like it's definitely like a very ambitious project. And I want him to like, I want it to succeed. We all want it to. So, yeah. I don't think it's a spoiler to say that we're done with episode 1. And we're going to work on like recording 2. Yeah. Yeah. We're in. Days, thank you for the super chat. If you're already the crazy uncle and the old one bought a BB gun for the kids, you should go and buy some spears for the kids. I would get garroted. Not by my own family members, but like my in-law. My in-law would like garrote me if I did that. If she like came into a room and saw her nieces with like spears. Like a full-on like spear. I would just be dead. Is that a word? I don't know how to pronounce it. It's French, I think, but it means to get it means to get strangled by a rope. Yeah. I know that because of World of Warcraft. No, I knew it well before World of Warcraft. Yeah. Watotodal, thank you for the super chat. Take your advice. You only got one life, so live it to the fullest. No regrets. Enjoy it and don't cancel for us. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't think I'll have to like take much time off. I think at the very most, maybe 4 or 5 days, and that those 4 or 5 days you'll be getting like a video release like every day, right? And then like that's how I kind of like justify it in my head. You'll be getting a it's just strangling. It's only corroding if you perform it in the Garonne region of France or Spain. Is that a joke about champagne? Beautiful. I love it. It's beautiful. I love it. Otherwise, it's just sparkling murder. Yeah. But definitely my in-law would murder me and hide the corpse if I gave my nieces spears. Like actual functional spears with like sharpened tips. Because kids are dumb, man. Could you imagine like if you have like two like nephews or nieces and you give both of them sharp spears, they're immediately going to stab each other, right? Me and my brother as like children, we would have immediately like it's like a 30-minute gap between when you put it into our hands and we just stab each other. We were the stupidest kids like in all creation. Yeah. The one thing, like even if it's not like a functional spear, even if I give them like Hema spears and shit like that, or like Hema swords, right? It's still not gonna fly. Like I wouldn't get garroted, but like I think I would just get like banished, right? 30 minutes is pretty generous. Well, Zayev, like I'm imagining in my head, like we would be like play fighting at first, like pantomiming, and it's just like gradually like the spear tips are getting closer and closer until one of us like draws first blood, right? They drew first blood, not me, right? Like we're just like straight up stabbing each other. In-laws POV, little niece Noir running around the Christmas tree singing My Little Pony songs with a mini spear from Uncle Vesper. Pretty much. Zena Zander, thank you very much for the super chat. Good morning, Noah OG. Me again, but as a member this time, speaking as a writer. How do you feel about fan content that explores deep Tempest lore? You know, you get any juicy Tempest lore. Thank you, just curious. I like it. I like it. I think as a rule, like I try to stay like separate from the fan content as much as I can. Not because I don't like it, but because I do think I don't want to have any effect on it one way or another. I want to like make good streams to the best of my ability, and then like let you guys do what you want in a way that's like, yeah, like I neither react negatively or positively to it, because they're both like bad in different ways, right? If I react positively to it, it might like make people feel good, but then it might like guide like fan content towards that, because they're like, oh, he likes that, so like more people will make that, right? And then on the other end, like if I don't like it, well, I would never say that, because like it's just like not any of my business. But if I don't like it, I don't want to like hurt people's feelings, right? Because it's just like, it's good in the end. It's just like a personal thing. Yeah. So I try to keep it like separate, not because I don't appreciate it and not because I don't think you guys should be doing it, but because I don't want to affect the way that you guys are like creating things in general. And I think in like as an artist in general, it's good to do that, right? Like if you're a writer or if you're like a musician, you should try to like not influence the people that appreciate your work too much. And reverse as well. Like you shouldn't let the people that like your work influence you too much either, because they like you for you. And then if you try to like tailor your content more and more to the people that already like you, it can go in like weird directions, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's a hard balance, definitely. And like I can't pretend that I'm an expert because I'm still pretty new at streaming, but that's my like gut instinct. I might revise the opinion within a year or so. Voice crack, yeah. All right, can I like level with you? I was gonna do the the PC rating stream on Tuesday, but I ended up not doing it because I streamed like way too long last weekend. I put in like way too much time and like it was rough at the end of the Solasta stream. Like I had like a full-on sore throat and I was like, oh no, am I getting sick? Oh no, am I getting sick? And then on Monday I woke up, it's like, no, you idiot, you just like overused your vocal cords by like talking too much on stream. You idiot. Just recover. So I'm not like, I don't have the flu, I don't have the cold or anything like that. It's just like I strained my vocal cords by streaming for too long. And it's not even that long. Let's be real. Because I did a 24-hour stream. I think it's just like, yeah. I do that at cons? Yeah, yeah. Please give us a Christmas song, no matter how bad it is. Please, it would make our Christmas so much better. Maybe like a really old one? Then we wouldn't have to deal with like permissions and copyright and stuff like that. What's your favorite old, like, royalty-free Christmas song that's like not like religious? Jingle Bells? The Christmas song? We just have to be careful about stuff like that, right? We just got to be careful about. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say any more words. Like, you just got to be careful about stuff like that. Just saying. Padoru, there's no way I'm gonna get permissions to do that. There's like 0% chance. There's no way. Santa Baby, there's no way we're gonna get permissions for that. That's definitely not public domain. Google be your BFF. It's got to be public domain, guys. The Hooded Teddy, thank you very much for super chat. Give a girl a sword, it's not safe. It's a sword, it's not meant to be safe. What if she hears something? It'll be a valuable learning experience. Ah, I know what you're talking about. GM Lemmy, thank you very much for the super chat. If you're jealous of your new spear? No. No. They understand that they're made for different purposes, right? They're made for different purposes. Like if I'm eating at a table, I can't exactly like keep a 7.5 foot long spear handy, right? That's when the rapier's there. Like if I need to fight a boar, the rapier knows that it's like not gonna cut it, right? Yeah. They're for different purposes. There is no rivalry, right? What's stopping you? Ah, Jingle Bells. Okay. I think that one is like should be good. I might do that one. Multi-class, I see. Vesper gaslighting his rapier. Imagine if I like try to bring the spear into like a restaurant and then like the host is like, I'm sorry, you can't bring that in, right? And then I go, do not deny an old man the prop of his old age. Like Gandalf, right? And it's like, sir, that's clearly a spear. That's not a walking staff. That's clearly a spear. And then he's like, ah, I see you've played Staffy Speary before. Well played, well played. All right then, host, keep your secrets. Tell them it's your emotional support spear. I did call it that. I did call it that. It's obviously a cane. The other thing I was thinking about buying. The other thing I was thinking about buying was a sword cane. I was thinking about buying one. Actually, like, while I was looking it up, I was like, should I get one? But I was just like, no, I've already got like a sword. I've already got one. No, don't. Buy it for Dez. Ah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he's still recovering, isn't he? What if I bought Dez a sword cane? What if I bought him a sword cane? Would that be like okay? He's got one? Dude, he would be so stoked. A sword umbrella. You remember how like Mary Poppins has like an umbrella that has like a talking parrot head on the handle? Do you remember that? What if that was like a sword cane? What if like the parrot handle umbrella was also like a sword cane umbrella? And then like whenever she draws it, the parrot like moans. And there's like an awkward moment. It's like, I wish you would stop doing that. Okay. Vesper, why? I don't know. I always get more unhinged at exactly 90 minutes in, and I don't know why. Mash Curie Light, thank you very much for the super chat. I'm sorry, this is a Wendy's. So what? I can't have a walking stick in a Wendy's? Come on. Britain Row, thank you very much for the super chat. Awfully bold to deny someone entry while in spearing range. It's true. It's true. Anya Carlson, thank you very much for the super chat. If you can bring a pit bull into a restaurant as an emotional support, you can bring a spear. I guarantee you spears kill fewer. No, come on. Well, that's only because spears are like out of fashion, right? It's been like maybe 500 years since spears were in fashion. Maybe about 500 years, right? Because it's not even like swords, it's like the musket. I feel like spears are going to come back in. I'm calling it right now. Fashion is cyclical. Like I'm like just ahead of the curve, right? Spears are gonna be like in soon. I feel like it. It's like how the skinny tie is like going out of fashion right now. I mean, Markiplier owns one. The skinny tie is going out of fashion, and now like the chunker is coming back in, right? So the spears are coming back. I'm calling it. Start the trend. The sword cane might be in better hands with your niece compared to Magni. Maybe. Boom Mic Artist, thank you very much for the super chat. Tsukiko Ichino said, thank you very much for the super chat. You should get Dez the 3D maneuver gear from Titan. I'm trying to imagine him with it like strapped to his legs. And he can still like barely walk without like excruciating pain. And then like he gets pulled along. He's just like screaming bloody murder like as he's being pulled along. And then when he lands, instead of landing like gracefully on his feet, he's just like a heap. He like lands in a heap, right? But it's like a Doppler effect scream. If you guys know what I'm talking about. Do you guys know what the Doppler effect scream is? It's where it's like that, right? Like the Doppler effect scream as he like zooms past you. Something like that. I can hear his screams. Yeah, I need to check out Magmo. Something ain't right there. I need to check it out. Aram Floem, thank you very much for the super chat. So you're bringing Stabby back? Yeah, exactly. Stabby and Stabby's best friend Slashy, like they're gonna come back. Actually, I remember I had like a barbarian like head villain in a D&D campaign, and he was just like the dumbest, most lovable idiot, and he had 2 magic weapons, right? He had a sword named Stabby, and he had a battle axe named Slashy, right? And they were like +1/+1. And then like whenever he downed a player, right, with like one of his 2 weapons, and I kept track of like which weapon, he'd be like, ha ha ha, good one, Slashy. Stabby, you need to keep up, right? I remember that. Good times. Memoirs of a Mall Ninja. Raphael, thank you very much for the super chat. Emmy, thank you very much for the super chat. I actually owned a sword cane IRL for years because my half-elf cleric used one, and my friends got it for me as a gift. Dude, those are like real friends right there. Real friends. What you need is a Becta Corvin. Exactly. Oh, Common Rider. Oh, a Becta Corvin. Like any type of like Poleaxe type weapon is like real. It's good stuff. A Poleaxe weapon is like 10 out of 10. Type weapon. They're like known under like a gajillion a Colossus Volge. Ethereal. Yeah, put the infinity in there. No, yeah. A Lucerne hammer, that's another word for it. Yeah. I don't even know how to properly say Lucerne. There's probably a way to pronounce it and I'm butchering it. A halberd is actually quite different from a poleaxe. It's actually quite different. Lucrine. A Lucrine hammer. Ah. Lucerne or Lucrine? A Lucrine hammer. I prefer cryptic axes myself. An infinity polearm. I love halberds. I like halberds as well. I do. Like if I were just to give you like the long and short of it, like just like what are like the actual like physical differences? A halberd is typically like longer than a poleaxe. A poleaxe type weapon is typically about like a foot shorter. Yeah. About like 10 to 20 centimeters shorter. Actual long and short, yeah. What about glaives? Glaives are also very different because like a lot of different cultures have a weapon and then you call it a glaive and then you go like halfway around the world and it's also called a glaive, but they're like completely different. Yeah. Is Vess officially a spear main or a sword main? I'm a sword main, but as a gentleman and a scholar, I've got a lot of love in my heart for the spear. Yeah. The Lucrine hammer. Lucrine is also a city in Switzerland, but it's a mace head, spike, and a, yeah, exactly. I thought Vesper was the healer. I do like being the healer. Is it Lucerne? Is it Lucerne or Lucrine? I have no idea. How do you? It's based on a city. Like how do Swiss people like? What do they? How do you say it? Lucerne. How do you pronounce that? Lucerne. Okay, so I had it correctly. I was closer with my original one. Lucerne. A Lucerne hammer. Okay, got it. Cool. Luzerne. Anyway. I'm not going to beat myself about like, mispronouncing names and stuff like that. Vesper heals you for negative damage. Since you already have a spear and considering getting a sword cane, would you also consider buying full medieval armor? It's so expensive, right? It's so expensive. I don't think I would. So you've looked into it. I have. I've looked into it. Wacky Warrior, thank you very much for the super chat. Would you happen to have a piercer feat? If so, would that explain why you're collecting piercing weapons? I don't have the feat yet. I don't have the piercer feat yet. I wasted my level 8 bonus. I wasted it on the feat that lets you become a cook. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's just like in character. So it's just like I had to waste it on that. And I get it. I should have gotten Polearm Master. But I didn't. Mordadile, thank you very much for the super chat. Quick question then. Battle Cleric or Cloistered Cleric? For me, Battle Cleric for sure. Junior Aquino, thank you very much for the super chat. What warriors from history do you like? Oh, this is such a good question. Wait, hold on a second. Can I mention it? Dude, whatever. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go far enough back where, like, it's whatever, right? I'm just gonna go far enough back where it's just like, whatever, right? Yeah. I don't know if that's far enough back, but I see it. Yeah, I see a whole bunch of them. Yeah. I see a lot of good ones. I see a lot of Fate Grand Order people. Yeah. Let me think. Have they gone over like literally everything? Okay, let's start with like a warrior that I like because like not because of the warrior part, but because of the other part, right? Do you guys know who Cincinnatus is? Cincinnatus? The Roman general / politician. One of my favorites up there. Cincinnatus was a Roman politician / general. And so the story of Cincinnatus is that he was a prominent politician in Rome, and then his son got up to some like weird stuff, right? I think like historically, like we don't know what he did, right? But he's not from Ohio. Ohio is like based off of him, right? There we go, Cincinnatus. We don't know historically like what the heck his son did, but what his son did was bad enough to get his father banished. So Cincinnatus, who was the son of his son got him banished, and then he became a farmer in the countryside of Italy, right? And he was just like farming out in the countryside. But Rome got invaded, I believe, by the Vandals. I don't remember. Somebody invaded Rome, and then Rome was like, "Oh shoot, we're all gonna die. We need Cincinnatus," and they sent a messenger of the Senate with, I believe, like 2 lictors. If you don't know what a lictor is like a badass like warrior bodyguard of ancient Rome. They sent like a messenger with like several lictors to his like farm in the countryside. And when he saw the lictors like with the messenger, like he knew that he was lictor. Come on, dry up. The story goes that like when he saw like the bodyguards, he knew it was like bad. He knew that it was really, really bad. So he came out like in his like farming attire, and he was like crying, and he was like, what's wrong? What's wrong, right? And then they were like, you need to come back to Rome. Like, we need your help. He went back to Rome, even though he knew that like if he did that, his farm would like die. He knew that like his farm would go like fallow, and like he wouldn't be able to harvest food, and like his family would starve, but he still went back to Rome. And then they were like, we need you to become the dictator. A dictator, all right, so a dictator like wasn't a bad word back then. It wasn't. It just meant that like in times of extreme emergency, Rome suspended their Senate and like gave like absolute power to one person to be able to like take care of like a threat that would take down Rome, right? So they gave him like absolute power for I think 2 or 3 months to organize an army and then fight off like the invaders that were like threatening Rome. And this like absolute Giga Chad, I think he did it in 2 weeks, right? Like he was such a crazy like general and tactician that he managed to do it in like it didn't take him even a portion of like the months that they gave him, right? He did it, right? 15 days, yeah, 2 weeks. He did it in 2 weeks. And then I think he also spared the invaders or something. Like after he won the battle, like he made them promise like to never invade Rome ever again, and then he let them go, which is like pretty cool, right? And then he had a choice. He had several political enemies that like ruined the reputation of his son and got him banished. He literally got banished from Rome. And so like he has absolute power. So like he could just come back into the city and just kill the ever-living shit out of his like the people that like got him banished, right? So the people that got him banished fled the city. Like they ran away because they're like, uh-oh. It might be time for us to like leave. So they left, right? He came back to Rome and he immediately gave up his dictatorship. He came back to Rome and then he gave up his dictatorship. Like 20 days after they gave it to him. And then he's like, I gotta go back to my farm or else like my family's gonna starve to death this winter. And then he went back to the countryside and then he became a farmer again. That's probably my favorite warrior. He didn't get revenge. He didn't take revenge on it. He didn't even look for them. Like, he didn't even try. He just, yeah. He just did what needed to be done, and then he went back home to farm. What's his name? Cincinnatus. Cincinnatus. Yeah. Anywho, if we're talking about like warrior, right? Because Cincinnatus, we don't know a lot about like what he did as a warrior. We just know that he was like a dictator and a general, right? Do you guys know who Subutai is? Subutai might be my favorite like warrior. And I don't know if FGO has made a character based on him. Subutai might be my favorite like warrior. Subutai was like really freaking cool because he didn't come from like an elite family, right? He didn't come from an elite family. Subutai was one of Genghis Khan's 3 war dogs. Was it 3? 4? I think 3. Yeah. He was terrifying, to say the least. He was incredible. Genghis Khan isn't even an FGO yet. Got it. Cool. Madi Panzer, thank you very much for the super chat. My favorite fighter is a comic book character named Nippur de Lagash. He's from ancient Sumer. During the times of Sargon, it's a low magic sword and sorcery. My favorite comic of all time. Sounds really cool. Sumeria, like the myth of Sumeria, like the ancient, probably like the first city. Well, people will contest that. I'm not going to say anything contested like that, but it was like one of the first like cities in the world. So cool. I love reading about stuff like that. Schrodinger's Smug Cat, thank you very much for the super chat. But is a waifu for that Coomer cash. Yeah, Subutai is really, really, really cool. Why do I like him? It's just like mind-boggling, like the campaigns that he did, right? Is he hot? Actually, Danshi, actually. Actually, like, there are rumors that are probably completely false and spread by the people that he absolutely destroyed on the battlefield. There are, like, rumors that persist to this day that he was basically like Baron Harkonnen, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, there are rumors that were spread by his enemies, probably, that, like, he was so incredibly overweight that he had to be, like, carted around. Like, he was, like, drawn by a horse-drawn cart. They basically, like, spread rumors that he was, like, Baron Harkonnen. Yeah. Probably false. Probably. Anyway. Like, what makes Subutai, like, so incredible? I think I'm just gonna avoid talking about, like, the battlefield stuff. And there's a lot of cool battlefield stuff that he did, right? One, I like that, like, he has very clear, like, battles that he won and he lost. I'm always kind of skeptical about, like, a historical figure where they're like, yeah, this person never lost a battle. I'm always, like, a little bit skeptical. I'm like, really? Are you sure about that? Maybe it's because you just, like, won. Like, obviously you won because you're in the history books and you just, like, removed, like, the embarrassing parts, right? But for Subutai, like, he clearly lost, like, multiple times, but like that also makes his victories more interesting and like impressive to me because it's just like, yo, Suvorov. I love Suvorov. Anyways, we're talking about Subutai. The reason why I really like Subutai is that like I think his main trait is like loyalty. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like the loyalty to Genghis Khan and his family is what like it like makes my heart skip a beat, right? He's so loyal. Like he could have been like a kingmaker, like after Genghis Khan passed away, and then after shoot, what's his name? Ogde? Like, but like he never thought to like seize power for himself. He was always like absolutely loyal to Genghis Khan and his family. Like he never like, right? Could you imagine like being like the head of like the biggest army and then your boss dies and you're like, well, I should be the boss because right? But no, like from what the records say, not even for a single second did he ever consider like taking power and becoming like the new Khan of like, yeah. Could you imagine that? Like if you had like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the family friend that's like not like related to you, but you call him uncle because he's like the family friend and he's just like absolutely loyal to your family and it's just like, it's good. He's just cool. He was also very, very good at like retreating. He's also very good at like pretending that he was retreating, and then he would turn around and then just like absolutely curb stomp you. That was like his like #1 strat. He was so good at it. He was so good at like running away, and then you were like, ah, we finally got him on the ropes, and then he would just turn around and then just destroy you. Also, there were two like situations that he was in where he was managing two completely separate armies that were like over like 500 kilometers apart. And this is like not ancient times, but like before they had like instant communication. They didn't have like telephone lines or anything. And then like he was like, how did he do that? Like, I don't think there's like records on how he did it, but it's just like, if you saw like these two armies like maneuvering, you would think that they were in like instant communication with each other. And it's like, how did he do that? Anyway, for me, the thing that I liked about Subutai was like the loyalty that he had to Genghis Khan. Also, he came from very humble origins. He was not a noble. He was not a member of like Mongol nobility. I think his father was like a cook or something, right? Or like a blacksmith or something. His father was like, I think his father was like the blacksmith for Genghis Khan's father or something like that. He came from very humble origins, and then like he became like basically like the most badass general of under Genghis Khan. He was just a little guy. Can you tell us about Suvorov? He was the field marshal under Catherine the Great, if I recall correctly. He was a very sickly child when he was young. He was like thin and like short, and people were just like, like you're probably going to be a scholar, like Vesper, right? But he wanted to be a soldier, and then his neighbor was Gannibal, right? Which is, I believe like an engineer general under Peter the Great. And Gannibal like knew that Suvorov had the chops, like he had the mind to be a general and a warrior. And Gannibal was like, do it. Ignore the haters, ignore the people saying that like you're not strong enough to be a soldier. Be it. You got it. You can be one. And then he became a general, and he was a badass. If I recall correctly, he was one of like the contributing factors that defeated Napoleon, if I recall correctly. But for me, like the main thing that like gets me every time when I think about Suvorov is the fact that like he had a bunch of haters when he was a kid. That they were like, you're too weak. You're too stupid to be like a soldier or a general. And then like he ignored them, and then he overcame I'm not even going to call them weaknesses. He overcame like the obstacles in his path, and then he became like a great soldier and like a legendary general and a field marshal. Yeah. Vesper was there as a witness? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey Gramps, I just wanted to ask if you ever heard of the manga History. I love History. It's on hiatus still, right? Oh god, I love History. Yes, Eumenes. It's about Eumenes, the Secretary General of Alexander the Great. Oh, I freaking love History. It's so good. Like, I remember it blew my freaking mind, because like it blew my mind that like a Japanese author, a mangaka, like not only knew about, was like talking about the Scythians, right? The Scythians are like such an obscure like civilization that like nobody knows anything about. Like nobody knows anything about the Scythians, but like I was like reading about it, it's like how? Like I didn't even know that they existed until I took a class on it, right? Yeah. It's just so crazy obscure, and it's just like so cool. Oh man, History is like really, really good. Oh, so good. I missed a super chat. I apologize. I apologize. You just get me going on like history, and I could just talk about it all day long because it's so cool. History's goated. Yeah. Ad Astra also really, really good. Yeah. Ad Astra is like really, really good too. Vesper was there. Other generals that I like. Other warriors that I like. Oh yeah, I've heard about Yi Sun-shin. Yeah. One of those admirals slash generals that like never ever lost a battle, right? Although like he's a little bit more recent, so I'm not going to talk about him. We gotta go to ancient history because that's like a lot safer, right? But never lost a battle, and it's like pretty well recorded because even his enemies are like, yeah, this dude never lost a battle. The reason why I'm skeptical about people that never lose battles is because, like, you know, history is written by the victors, and like, of course you could just, but like this dude, like even his enemies were like, yeah, he never lost. Yeah, that's a little bit too recent, so we're gonna steer clear of that. But I know a lot about that admiral. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Dude got a perfect win rate. Scipio Africanus. Yeah, Scipio is like really cool. If you guys don't know who that is, Scipio is the guy that beat Hannibal. Not the cannibal. There's a historical Hannibal who's actually like pretty freaking cool. He was a general of Carthage, mighty Carthage, and Scipio Africanus is the one that like beat him. And his name Africanus is called Africanus because Carthage was in Africa and he beat Hannibal. Where did you learn all this? That's a good question. I just read a lot. I just read a lot. I never really thought that it would come in handy, but like in hindsight, now that I'm thinking about it, that might be like a major contributing reason why I was able to like join HOLOSTARS-EN, right? I don't know. I never really thought that it would come in handy that way because it's just like people generally tend to tune out and get bored when I talk about like the stuff that I like. Read sure. Yeah. Were you a history major? No. No. I can't tell you what my major is because it's like too personal, but it was not history. History is actually based. I think so too. I like it. I like it a lot. My favorite historical figure is... Oh! I don't know how to say that name, but yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. The Winged Hussars. Yeah, they made a song about it. Oh, shoot. Who's the dude with the battle wagons? The war wagon dude. What the heck is his name? Ah, shoot. Jan Žižka! Yeah! I fucking love that guy! Jan Žižka! Like, that guy is so freaking cool. That guy was like really awesome. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I apologize if I'm incorrect. But I read about him and oh my god, so freaking cool. Oh. Okay. What about him makes him so freaking cool? He made the noblemen with their fancy like war horses and their expensive armor and their like shiny weapons like tremble in fear. And he led like a bunch of like peasants. And he was blind. I'm like a big like underdog guy. Like I love like rooting for the underdog. And he made like I believe he's fighting against the French, if I recall correctly. He like organized a bunch of like peasants, right? And he used like strategies that people had like never even seen before. The war wagon like forts, right? He made portable forts. He was the inventor of the porta-fort. Exactly. It's like Fortnite. Fortnite like owes everything to Jan, right? His strat was that like he had like these like war wagons that he would like carry stuff around, and then when he knew that he would have to fight a battle, he would like set them up on a hilltop and make a porta-fort. And he made these like French noblemen like terrified of him. They were so scared. Yeah. Ah, so cool. So cool. History talk reminds me of a story where a noble beat the hell out of two dragons because they were being noisy fighting each other. One ran away, the other went in hiding. One of them was the red Welsh dragon on the Welsh flag. I didn't know that. Yo, I'm adding it to like the lore in my head. I had no idea that was like the history of like the history behind the Welsh flag, the flag of Wales. It's a red dragon on a white field, right? If I recall correctly. Traveler, hello, welcome. Thank you for the super chat. I like to listen to you talk, wholesome, smart, and genuine. You rock. Thank you. It does make me happy that like people are actually like listening to us. Red on white and green. Right. I forgot the green. My bad. Jorge M, thank you very much for the super chat. I don't know if you've talked about this before, but with Tempest's half year, man, time has passed. Just around the corner, you have any plans on how to celebrate it? A common tradition is to revisit debut streams. I thought that's the 1 year mark. Am I incorrect with my like HoloPro lore? I thought it's like the 1 year mark that you do that. I don't want to look at my debut stream. That's the one stream that I haven't like looked at yet. Cause like it's like I'm not gonna glean anything from it. I'm never gonna do another one of those ever again. Yeah. I don't think we have anything planned. We might do like a collab. I don't know. To my knowledge, I don't think we have anything planned. But I've been wrong before, like the mug thing, right? I'm just like constantly out of the loop because I should be paying attention, but I'm thinking about like, you know, I'm thinking about like the Battle of Elysia, right? Like it's like I should be doing work, and it's like, oh, the Battle of Elysia, where Julius Caesar outsmarted Vercingetorix, like the leader of the Gauls, right? And it's just like, ah, okay, a mug. Abby Dabby, thank you very much for super chat. Please don't lie to us. I would never lie to you, Gabby. You were obviously there for all of those historical events. No, I wasn't. By the way, who do you think would win between the Mayans and the Incans? Oh. Am I gonna start like a fight here? I think I will like refrain from talking about like who would win X versus Y, because it's like a good way to like start a fight in chat, right? I do have a personal opinion because I studied a good amount about like the ancient like South American like civilizations, but like I'm gonna stay away from that. Epic rap battles of history. I like talking about like history, like what actually happened, because it's a little bit less controversial than like what if stuff, right? Triple Sus, thank you very much for the super chat. Sorry for being off topic, but did your tablet ever arrive? It's too big. It's like gigantic, and I have an issue that Dez warned me about. It needs to be like propped. It needs like an arm, and then it needs like a thing that costs like $80 that you attach to the back of it to put onto like an arm. Like I can't fit it anywhere. Like, I can't use it because it's too big. I can't, like, I don't know where to fit it. And then I was asking Dez for tips, and Dez was like, yeah, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to buy like a monitor arm, a low profile monitor arm, and then buy the $80 thingy that you have to attach the back to it. Unfortunately, like, nobody else makes that. So you're just gonna have to spend $80 on it. And then like, so like the total setup to get it like up and running is probably gonna be like another $500 or $600. And I want to wait until I get back home from my trip to buy that and then set it up. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. I will neither confirm nor deny that like I have it, because I was advised not to, but it's gigantic. It's like insanely huge and heavy, and it doesn't fit anywhere on my desk, my current setup. I might need to buy a bigger desk because I don't think I can like even attach the arm to it, just because like I don't have enough space. Yeah. Tarja, thank you for the super chat, but I can't say that. River AM, thank you very much for the super chat. You gotta watch a show called Puppet History on the YouTube channel Watcher. Ooh. I love YouTube. This is not just me sucking up to Susan. YouTube is so great. For like random channels that I love. Just like, I just can't even like describe. Like every time I find a new channel, it's like, oh, this is like right up my alley. Like, how did you know this? Okay, here we go. I'm binge watching now. Nobulus, thank you very much for the super chat. Professor Noir's history class stream when? That's probably not a good idea. Probably not a good idea. I just like history. It's just good. Ever watch Tasting History? Yeah. I think the host is named Max, like Tasting History with Max something. I started watching because of the Titanic videos, right? He made a bunch of videos about like what they served on the Titanic, and it was like so interesting. And then I fell down further down the rabbit hole, and he did like a video on like the Hyorogan or something like that, which is like like a ball of sugar that ninjas ate. Like real like ninjas in the history of Japan, they had these like sugar balls that they would eat, or they could like crush them up and then mix it with water, and then they could feed it to a horse, and it would keep a horse going for like an additional 24 hours. It's so freaking cool. Yeah, the ninja energy balls. That was such a fascinating like YouTube video. Oh, it was so cool. Are there any other historical figures that I like? I think somebody asked and I mentioned it, and then I moved on quickly because I was getting distracted. Like, what's my favorite like historical death? Right? What's my favorite historical death? I'm gonna have to think about that. Made an alt on Final Fantasy XIV because of you, and I need to know for accuracy if you'd be a red mage, a summoner, or a scholar. Definitely a scholar. Yeah. I understand that like I've got the weapon to be a red mage, but I do think that like I would be like a dedicated healer. I think I would be like a dedicated healer. Yeah. Dragoon! Dursit too, thank you very much for the super chat. Collab with OSP for some history, let's go. Okay. Favorite historical death. Favorite historical death. Might be Might be like Admiral Yi Sun Shin, right? I'm probably butchering that. Yi Sun Shin. That might be my favorite historical death. Benkei is up there too. Yeah. Rasputin, no. It was a good death. It was a really good death. Totally not dead, guys. It was a badass death. It was really good. Who was that guy who died standing? That has to be like a myth. Who dies standing? Vlad the Impaler. Whitebeard? That's not a historical death. It's not a historical death. Come on. Ganondorf. Guan Yu. Chuchulain. Yeah. Kuchulain. Yeah. A good one. Historical in anime. He confirmed the existence of the One Piece. Ariaga and Ariaga 2 against Bariaga, Aruglia, and Pizzozza. Aruglia is Pizzozza. Little known fact. Is it Chulain or Hulain? I actually don't know. I actually do not know how to pronounce like any of that stuff. Varian Rin. Now you guys are just going straight into like MMOs. Okay. If we're going into like fictional death. If we're going into fictional deaths. Okay, let me think about it. What's my favorite like fictional death? Duke Hyul. Duke Hyul from Kingdom might be my favorite fictional death. Duke Hyul is just like my favorite, like, I love him. He's so cool. He was born on the battlefield. Ah, shit, that's a spoiler. My bad. Ah, shit. My bad. I felt more sad over Hyo than Oki, even though I really, really liked Oki. I liked him a lot. I just keep squealing. My bad. Laugh my ass off. Well, what spoiler? Why'd you spoil it for me? No! No, please don't drop Kingdom. It's so good. Okay, we gotta go, like, into the deep history. We can't do something, like, within the last, like, 20 years. Hold on a second. Vesper's death hit harder. I'm not dead. I'm still here. Give me a number. Thank you for the super chat. First time super chat from a fellow boomer. Maybe an ASMR with your favorite history moments or facts would probably work, and you could probably choose them personally. Thanks for the relatable content. Yeah. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'm gonna be doing like kind of like what Altair's been doing, because it was requested. And I don't have enough time to go through like the whole like permissions thing, but like the ASMR storytelling thing is like not me telling my own stories. It's like a bedtime story. Yeah. So I'm like literally your grandpa, and I'm telling you like a bedtime story. Get you to go to sleep so that I could. I have no idea where like this invasive thought came from. I was gonna say I'm grandpa and I'm reading you a bedtime story so that you can go to sleep, so that I could go play Russian roulette with the boys. It's like, sorry about that, boys. Where were we? That's like a totally invasive thought that is not like grounded in reality. Bolwick, thank you for the super chat. What about Tony Stark's death? That's definitely like a spoiler. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Did you win? Did you win? What an evil visual. Vesper the Grey died and came back as Vesper Noir. Matthew Molina, thank you for the super chat. Dr. Walwy, thank you for the super chat. ASMR storytelling, but I got you sit down and read us the entire OSHA manual, all of it. How long is this a kissing book? I don't think so. I don't think so. Meta, thank you for the super chat. It's not deadly when you can regenerate in your crypt. I wouldn't know, like none of the boys can do that. No member of Tempest can regenerate. None of us even own a crypt. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? A what? A crypt? I don't know what you're talking about. Altair probably does. No, he would never. He would never. It's just a bit, guys. It's just a bit. It's just a bit. He's not really a demon lord. It's just a bit. It's just a bit. He's wholesome. He's wholesome. You guys are just like reading too much into it. Blink twice if you're in danger. Knife Storm, thank you very much for the super chat. Apology for poor English. When were you when Noir Vesper dies? I was at home eating spears when Regis Ring Vesper is killed. No! That is an old meme. Oh my god, that is an old meme. Whew. That's like all your base era, right? Am I correct? Is it older than all your base? That's like a really old meme. John is kill. No. It's like really old. It's not that old? Oh, okay. It's later? How much later? It's only like 10 years old? No, I'm pretty sure it's older than that. Oh, 06. Huh. Pretty recent then. Pretty recent. Yeah, all your base is like late 90s, right? Okay. It's about 10 years older. Yeah. Oh my god. Gerthen, thank you for the super chat. Obviously, the most famous grandpa reading a book in the movies is Peter Falk. What is that referencing? It sounds familiar to me. Oh, an actor. Interesting, interesting. Columbo. Good stuff. Princess Bride. Inconceivable. I want to do like I want to do a Princess Bride bit, but I don't know if I can. I have a favorite bit in Princess Bride, but I don't know if I could do it. Do it? Do it. Do it. I shouldn't. It's not the Jedi way. Do it. Do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. On the topic of Princess Bride, remember that, like, the death machine? If you know, you know, but there was like a death machine in Princess Bride, and it was like weird. It was weird. That was definitely like someone's kink, right? I feel like Dez and I have definitely had like an off-stream like Apex Legends like session where we talked about it. We were talking about that machine and we're like, that was definitely like one of the writers like kinks or something like that. Yeah. You had to make it weird. That's a part of my charm. Come on. Let's be real. Besties, can you be real? At least like a portion of the reason why you watch a weirdo like me is because I make it weird, right? It's a part of my charm. It's like one of my charm points, right? Yeah. I make it like just a little bit weird. Because I like allude to it, but I don't like jump into it, right? And I feel like I make a really good like backdrop to Dez, right? I make a good backdrop to Dez because like there's that like reluctant to like fully jump in and talk about like what makes it weird. I just highlight it's weird and then I move on without telling you why it's weird, right? And then Dez is just like, you know like the meme gif of like a dude that's like eating a watermelon and he just goes right, like the dude that's like eats an entire like quarter of a watermelon in like 2 seconds. That's like Dez with like weird stuff. And Dez is like, it's weird time, baby. It's like a 1-2 punch. I'm like the jab. I'm the jab, and then Dez is like the right straight. Like he goes in and he gets the job done, right? Vesper, what was your favorite Power Rangers? The original one. Because that was what I grew up with. Like children in the play yard of our elementary school pretended to be like the original Power Rangers. And I remember the arc where the Green Ranger like was a villain and then he became like a good guy and then he lost his powers. He lost his powers because of a candle. And then he came back and became like the White Tiger Ranger, right? Yeah. That was a great arc. It was really good. Oh, I loved Robotech. Robotech was so good. Did I grow up to it? I think I did. Man, there was a scene in Robotech that was also weird, right? Do you remember the part where like the main character and like one of the bridge officers, they get like caught by like the giant people? And then like they're like watching them hug and they're like, ugh, gross, right? That was a weird scene. That was so weird. That was such a weird scene. Right, guys? It's just weird. Battletech. Battletech. Is that the mech cartoon? It was not an anime. I think it was a mech cartoon. And then there were like purple people that like had like a revolution. And then they took over. And then now it's like T-culture. No, that was Exo Squad, not Battletech. What is Battletech then? That was Exo Squad. What is Battletech? Dude, remember Exo Squad? That was like way too advanced for like a child to like wrap their brain around, right? Because now that I'm thinking about the plot, it was like political. It was like weird. It was like, what? Exo Squad had like a plot that was just like way too advanced. Like, I was ready for like Biker Mice from Mars. I was ready for like Street Sharks, right? Street Sharks is like very straightforward. They're sharks, but they like can like go through the ground and it's like nice. And they're like jacked, right? I was not ready for Exo Squad. It was like beyond like what my tiny little idiot brain could like comprehend. Yeah. For tomorrow's politician. Jossum! Yeah. Like, I remember that. Ollie May, thank you very much for the super chat. I remember I haven't read fiction in English in the past 10 years due to focusing on Japanese. But we'll take a break over New Year's. We'll be rereading Lord of the Rings and the Silmarillion, but any other recreations, any genre. Ooh. Okay, okay. I mean, those are like heavy reads. Like, you're going to be reading like 1,500 pages, something like that. Like, a lot of pages. I don't want to like overload you with like stuff to read. Dune is good. Man, I have a hot take with Dune. And like for people that really, really like Dune, you might actually hate me and like unsub when I say it. I only like the first Dune book. I only like the first one. I read like 3 or 4 other Dune books, but I only really liked the first one. Yeah. I didn't think the additional books were bad. I didn't think the original books were bad. I just liked... Alright, here's the reason, okay? Can I tell you why? The reason why I liked the first Dune book is because you knew that this madman, like Frank Herbert, created with incredible depth, like an entire world, but he didn't show you everything about it. He just like alluded to stuff, right? And then he moved on. And it gave like the impression, not the impression, like it let you know that there was like depth to this world. And then like he told you more about it in the following books. And it kind of took that like mystery and like the mystique out of it, right? I think a lot of people try to emulate Frank Herbert's like style of writing by like creating like mystique around a setting, by like giving you like bits and pieces of like a fully fleshed out world, but not everything. But they can't do what he did because he actually made the world and he just wasn't telling you because there wasn't enough time. Yeah. But like for me, like what made me fall in love with the first Dune book was that like mystique, right? The mystique was just like, oh, like it's like the porous nature of that book where like you could fill in the gaps in the lore and make up your own theories and stuff like that. Like when it filled out, it kind of lost that like magical, like mysterious quality to me. Yeah, I didn't think that they were bad. It's just like the first Dune book like blew my freaking tiny little like mind. Yeah. Unbound Soul, thank you very much for the super chat. Speaking of weird, there was an All Dogs Go to Heaven Christmas special with a devil poodle and a giant devil dog cannon, and the little main Timmy character winds up dead anyways at the end. What? That's dark. Alame, I don't know. I would recommend the first Dune book, but if you want something that's a little bit lighter, just a little bit lighter, and something funnier, maybe like something lighter than like Lord of the Rings Silmarillion. If you haven't read it yet, I really like Catch-22. Catch-22 might be my favorite like funny novel of all time. It might be my favorite comedy novel of all time. Oh, Pratchett is like 10 out of 10. Terry P. What's your favorite fantasy novel? Probably Lord of the Rings, but definitely like Discworld is up there. Count of Monte Cristo! When I was a kid, I called it the Count of Monte Cristo because I couldn't read properly yet. And I used to get laughed at just over and over and over again when I called it that. I called it the Count of Monte Cristo, and I like had no idea why people laughed at me. And then I called the author, I mean, like, you know what I called the author. It's Dumas. But I called I pronounced his name differently, and people laughed at me for that too. It was like a double whammy, right? Yeah, yeah. This is a Dumas book, right? Is that my favorite Dumas book? Let me think. Yo, Don Quixote is really good too. Cervantes? Don Quixote is really good. Yeah. Say it? Alright, Weatherman. Just for you, I'll say it. I called him Alexander Dumbass, alright? And then I got put in timeout. Because I called him Alexander Dumbass in class. Alright? Leave me alone. I was a child. I was reading The Three Musketeers as a child. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. What's my favorite Dumas book? I have to ask why, because I like have a long-standing issue where I mispronounce words. Not words. Well, words too. I'm kind of like Megamind. I just mispronounce words, but especially like names. I never pronounce the name correctly the first try. Yeah. I laughed so hard. I freaked out my cat. The Count of Monte Cristo is when you're taking stock of your lard. My safety lard. That's how I will survive the apocalypse. Yeah. Safety lard. Grumble Dog, thank you very much for the super chat. Have you ever read the Redwall series? Have I? I love Redwall. Yeah. Those were my jam when I was a kid, particularly like the Salamandrestron of the series. I don't think I've read that one. I read Redwall, and I think there was one called like Matimo that I read. And then there was a prequel that I read as well, but I don't remember. Redwall was really good. It was good. I like the Sparrows. They were my favorite faction in Redwall. I like the Sparrows. They were cool. Masked Vermilion, thank you very much for the super chat. I recently picked up A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by Ursula Vernon, and it's hilarious. I laughed out loud on public transit. Interesting. Fantasy book? Like a humor fantasy? Ooh, Braun! That is a hot take. That is a hot take. I've got a lot of love in my heart for Wheel of Time. I do. But definitely controversial for like a lot of like really important reasons, right? Like non-trivial reasons, like stuff happened, right? My least favorite fantasy series. Oh. I'm thinking of one, but now I'm like, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to, because people definitely like it, and I just don't want to, like, you know. We're gonna move on. Action Ichi, thank you very much for the super chat. You are a wonderful OG-san. Thank you very much. Thank you for the streams and being my broshi. Hell yeah! Happy to hang out with you. Also, what kind of cutting tools do you take for camping? Ah, good question. Man, when was the last time I sharpened my hatchet? I take a hatchet, I have a knife. I have 2 knives, actually. And then I usually have, like, a cooking knife, too. Yeah. Is a Leatherman, like, a cutting tool? I guess it is. Yeah, I have a Leatherman. I have a Leatherman, and then I have, like, a knife. You bring your spear? I most certainly do not. I do have a hatchet. Yeah. Guys, do you remember The Hatchet? It was a book. It's a children's book about a boy that gets like it's like a crash landing in an airplane and he's like stuck in the woods alone. Yeah, The Hatchet. That's a good book. That's a killer book. That's a really good book. The Hatchet goes hard. So good. I got in trouble. I got in trouble because I recommended The Hatchet. And the parent was just like, "Oh, we don't want the kid to like read about death yet, right?" And it's like understandable, like your child, your rules, right? Your child, your rules, but hot take? No, it's not a hot take. Unfortunately, like, death doesn't really care. Unfortunately, death doesn't really give a hoot, right? Like, because you could be like 4 and then like your grandparent will pass away, and it's just like, it just doesn't matter, right? I don't think like you could be too early. But the thing is, again, you have to respect each parent's like, yeah, each parent like will decide to raise their kid in the way that they see fit, and you have to respect that. Like, their rule for their kid, and I respected that and I backed off. But like, my personal opinion is just like, you just can't, it can never be too early, right? Yeah, I respect like their opinion, and I respect their way to raise their child the way they see fit, but I do disagree, and I don't think The Hatchet was like an explicit, I don't think The Hatchet was like too over the top, right? Like, I'm not gonna give this kid like Slaughterhouse-5, right? That's too much. Like, I'm not gonna give them Slaughterhouse-5. I gave them The Hatchet, which is like pretty okay for like their age, right? Oh, the Red Fern. That's a good one too. Yeah. Where the Red Fern Grows is a good one. Yeah. Have you read any of the Andy Weir books like The Martian, Artemis, or Project Hail Mary? I don't think I've read any of his books. If it's The Martian that I'm thinking of, I probably know like most of the plot, but I don't think I've read any. I should read it. Thank you for giving me a heads up. You know what? Maybe I should buy a book and read it over the holidays. Because I've got a very long road trip and I've got a very long airplane ride. I should stock up on new books and just kind of like bang through them, right? Although I might be on driving duty. Probably. Books are fun, they are. Neekson19, thank you very much for the super chat. Hello, Grandpa. What are your thoughts on the AV1 codec? Will it be an improvement or meh tech? I believe you're talking about like Radeon, right? They're trying to come up with like a NVIDIA rival. That's AV1, right? I'm like 100% for it. I hope with all of my heart that it's like a good rival to, yeah. Oh, Intel. Ew. I don't know about the Arc, like, GPUs. Like, I don't know anything about them. But I do think that, like, competition... No, this is the video encoding. What? AV1 is open. All vendors support it. Oh, okay. It's a video codec. What's the stream recording codec that's coming out that everybody's excited about? You know what I'm talking about? There's like a new stream codec, right? Is that AV1? I thought AV1 was... Yeah. Probably AV1, VP9. Whatever it is, I briefly read an article about a new codec that's coming out, and it's challenging the very, very excellent NVIDIA stream codec. Right? And like apparently like NVIDIA has a new codec that's like really good, but it's locked behind the 4K series, the 4000 series GPUs, which is like Oh, I don't like that. Yeah. I think it's good to have competition. That's all I'll say about that. No, not NVENC. There's like a new one, right? Or is that the new one? Is that like the super new one that's like locked behind the 4000 series? I just think there should be like an acceptable alternative, so like we're not just like paying like $8,700 for like an RTX 7000 and then like and then like a method is like summoned to your location at like Micro Center or Best Buy, like wherever you buy the RTX 7000, and they take like a piece of your soul, right? They're like, you have signed the contract, and then they go, and then like they take like 10% of your soul in addition to like $8,700, right? I just think it needs to stop, right? Because it's going that way in like 2029. Like it's just like why does it sound like Magni? Because in my mind, like every like demonic goblin like character that I make in my head is like not Magni Dezmond, the great Magni Dezmond, but like kind of related, right? Like a cousin. Like a cousin. You need to watch Magmo. I will. Should I watch it now? I don't know. WX, thank you very much for Super Chat. Seconding The Martian, I also really enjoyed Project Hail Mary from the same author. I might do Project Hail Mary over The Martian. Because if it's like based on the movie that I watched, I pretty much already know what happens in The Martian. So I might do Project Hail Mary instead, because I don't know what that's about. Magmo watch along. Okay. I think I have to mute it so you don't hear, but I don't know how to do that because it's all piped into... Watch a clip. Watch a clip. No muted. I think I have to mute it. I think I literally have to mute it. You know what? Whatever. Fine. I won't mute it. I won't mute it. Your Chen making a DMCAU? Yo, wouldn't... Alright, that would be like 100% like a classic Magni Dezmond move, right? Like, not out of maliciousness, just because he thinks it would be funny, right? That would be like a classic Magni Dezmond move. Like, if he's like going through like the back end, and he's going through like the DMC, like the content ID, where it's like, we've ID'd content that is like based on something that you've done. And it's like me, it's like Vesper Noir Vesper channel. And he's like, wouldn't it be funny if I like content ID'd this idiot? Like, get magged, right? It wouldn't be like malicious. He just thinks it would be funny. Right? It's a bit. He would. Alright, whatever. Whatever. Okay. Magmo. 1 minute 57. Oh, these are all like garbage videos, like trying to shill like some kind of electronics. Some kind of thing that for a cell phone? Wow. Where did the SEO go? Okay, I'll just do the top one, right? Okay, here we go. Let me turn off that. Okay. What the fuck?
It's me, Magmo. My name's Magmo. What are we gonna learn about today? heard of the Great Cthulhu? Chat. Repeat after me. Ping Larry McLaughlin Cthulhu. You can do it. Say it again with me. Ping Larry McLaughlin Cthulhu.
That's a really good impression.
The next time you're in the bathroom, you bend down to wash your face. Be wary of what you see when you look back up into the mirror. Who's Magmo?
I'm Magmo. And don't you ever forget my name. When you click off the stream and go into someone else's, Magmo knows.
Oh my god.
Hey, Axolotls. It's too late. Magmites, close the door.
Did Axel redirect into Dez? Did he redirect? He's so quick-witted. Oh my god, he's so funny.
Bow down to Magmo Dezmond. Together we are strong. Ame Senpai.
Why is it that senpais come watch my stream when I play Minecraft? I do all sorts of cool shit, but it's like, hey, Magni's playing Minecraft. Let me take a peep at what's going on.
Okay. All right. We're back. Kebochi, thank you very much for the super chat. Hey, Vesper, I heard you used to lift. I started again. What was your routine like? Did you use RPE? Ooh, woo. So I think everybody should start. If you're starting from the very beginning, you should definitely do like a full body workout every other day. It's just like efficient and you don't have to spend too much time. And then you build up a nice little base. And then you should start. If you get like really serious and you want to get like huge, you should probably do like a concentrated like push-pull legs, PPL, right? If you do push-pull legs, the main benefit of doing that is that you could lift like 6 days out of 7, right? You could lift like basically every day out of the week. That's the main reason why you would do that over like a full body workout. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. People tend to like min-max it, but I feel like it's pretty straightforward. You just do it. Upper lower is based. Upper lower. I remember doing that. That was a long time ago. Upper lower was like really like, I would say like in fashion, but I feel like that's the wrong way to put it. Upper lower was like the thing, like 8 or 9 years ago, something like that. Yeah. It was trending. It was trendy. Yeah. I only do 4 out of 7. Need those recover days. Yeah. I agree. For me, I don't have enough time. I just got a new mount in Final Fantasy 14 with a lucky 69 roll. Nice. I started overusing the phrase, is the meta. It's a good phrase. The Germ, thank you very much for the super chat. Hello, fellow non-Zoomer. Serious kids books that I remember. Black Beauty, good one. Charlotte's Web. That's like, that might be like my introduction to death. Charlotte's Web. I think I read that in 2nd or 3rd grade. I think I read that in like 2nd or 3rd grade. That was my introduction to death. Bridge to Terabithia, also a good one. Yeah. Animal Farm! Animal Farm. Magni Dezmond would make a perfect Napoleon. Napoleon? Snowball? Napoleon? Napoleon? Snowball? Oh! You know who else is like a really cool warrior? DeVoe. DeVoe. The Iron Marshal. Marshal DeVoe was like super cool. That's also too recent though, so we can't talk about him. That's like the 1800s. Like, we can't do that. Marshal DeVoe was one of Napoleon's field marshals. He was called the Iron Marshal. DeVoe? Davout? Davout? It's D-A-V-O-U-T, right? DeVoe? Jean-Baptiste DeVoe or something like that. Yeah, he might sue you. It's too recent. Caddy Miatini, thank you very much for the super chat. Sorry to derail, but I was wondering what was your favorite end faction for Fallout New Vegas? It's very important for me that I know this. Other than that, sending lots of love from Norway. Yeah. Okay. So we're talking about factions, right? Like not endings, right? Because I like becoming like the overlord of the Mojave like wasteland. I like taking out House and then becoming like the leader, right? That's what I usually do. But if we're talking about factions, there's three main factions, right? There's House, the NCR, and then there's Caesar's Legion, right? For me personally, I like the NCR because like it's very near and dear to my heart, and I saw the birth of the NCR and I followed alongside of it, right? And I get that there's like major issues with the NCR. I get it. Not based. I know. It's just like I got like, you know, like Shady Sands, right? Like, it's like, all right, it's like when you have a child and you love your child and you watch your child grow up into a dumbass, but god damn it, they're your child, right? That's the NCR to me. To me, like Vesper Noir, that's like literally what the NCR is, right? But I understand that like it's the unbased opinion. I do understand that. And I agree with you to an extent. I do. Zena Zander, thank you for the super chat. I love books, but I can barely read. ADHD book blocking me, but I do like Percy Jackson. Great series. I heard the movies were like kind of but like the books are good, right? Do androids dream of electric sheep? That's like an ancient book, right? That's Asimov, right? I think. Sanguinis Reborn, thank you very much for the super chat. Black Magician Trilogy by Trudy Canavan. I've never heard of it. Honestly, haven't heard of it. I'll have to look into it though. Eugeo, thank you very much for the super chat. Vesper killed Odo just to rule the Mojave. Okay. We're talking about Fallout, which is very near and dear to my heart. Oh my god, I love New Vegas so much. I'm trying to figure out a way to like, assuming I obviously can't play the radio in any Fallout game, in any modern Fallout game. Like I just can't play the radio at all. What would be like a good like workaround? If I even could. Like what would be the workaround? Same Vest, I feel attached to the NCR because the Vault Dweller and the Chosen One helped build them. I support them not because of what they are, but that I know that they could be better. Yeah, right? Yeah. I love the lore behind Caesar's Legion. It's just so cool, right? It's a great lore. Like 10 out of 10. Just a great faction. It is. It's like one of the better factions in all of like Fallout lore. But the NCR will just like always be like my child, right? Fallout Stream 1, thank you for the super chat. Drakun Hawkwing. Possibly never, but I made a request, so we'll see. Yenwei, thank you very much for the super chat. I sided with NCR for the exact same reason. We just have too much history together. By the way, Obsidian just released Penitament. I think you would love it. Ooh, okay. I'll look into it. The Lost Hazard one, thank you for the super chat. Did you ever go the Enclave route in New Vegas? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. How do I feel about the Brotherhood? I like the Brotherhood for like one specific reason. Like it's like every time they introduce the Brotherhood in like a Fallout game, there's been like an arc for that. There's been an arc for them that like it's in every single game, and it's become like almost like the Brotherhood of Steel like trope, right? The trope of the Brotherhood is that like they're introduced and they're like badass, right? Like every single one of them is like stronger one-on-one than like any other faction, right? They're like the Spartans of like the Fallout world, right? You get introduced and then you're like, wow, these guys are like the coolest, they're the strongest, they're so cool. And then you like join them and then you realize that like they are so incredibly exclusive that like there is no end game for them. Like they're just gonna die out because they're just like way too exclusive. And it really like hammers home the fact that like the myth of like the elite, like it's the myth of the elite, right? You can't be too exclusive and like have this tiny little in-group of people that are all like admittedly individually like badass, right? But like they can't really survive in the long term. And that's really like the story of the Spartans versus the Athenians, right? Like, yeah. I love it. I love the Brotherhood. They're like really cool and interesting. I wouldn't even consider it an oligarchy. They're like an extreme, like an extreme meritocracy, a theocracy. Like, I don't know what to call it, but like, it's just like, they're too elite, right? Yeah. But it's good. A technocracy, yeah. Is so cool. They're just a really cool faction. In general, though, I very rarely go Brotherhood of Steel faction. I very rarely go, yeah. Liberty Prime. I kind of want to play God of War. I do. The new one looks pretty good, but isn't it only on PlayStation 5? I don't think I have I don't have a PlayStation 5, so I don't think I could play it. I don't have a PlayStation 4 either, to my knowledge. I think I gave it away. You know what it was? It was during the time when everybody was stuck indoors. It was during the time when everybody was stuck indoors, and not a friend, but like a close acquaintance, like basically a friend, was just like, I'm gonna go crazy. He was like, I'm literally gonna go freaking crazy. And I was like, I could lend you my PlayStation 4, and I just like never got it back. No, it's not because I can't afford it. I can clearly afford it. No. You don't need to worry about it. I can clearly afford it now. It's just that like, do I really want to buy it just to play God of War and God of War Ragnarok? Is that like really what I'm going to do? And then on top of that, hasn't the 5 been out for like 3 years now? Like 2 years? Number 6 has to be around the corner, right? I don't want to... I would just wait for a 6 at this point. I would just wait for a PlayStation 6. You should be studying. Thank you very much for the super chat. God of War 2008 is also on Steam now. Oh, okay. Hell no, that would take like 5 years. Are you sure? sure about that? Ah, okay. Bunny My, thank you for the super chat. PS6 months. It might be a while. PS4 to 5 was like 8 years. Okay. Bubba the Great, thank you for the super chat. I know you can afford it. This is purely a bribe. Thank you. Okay. We're good. We're good. I'm waiting for the PlayStation 7. The shortest life for a console is like 4 years. Okay. 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 I have a plan, okay? Somebody write this down because you won't be able to put it into action until, I guess, according to these people, like 2029, right? This is like a 10% chance of going like mega viral on Twitters or whatever the heck that website is called now. Twitter, right? The PlayStation 6 gets released, right? The PlayStation 6 gets released, right? Buy 2 of them. Buy 2 of them. Get 2 units of the PlayStation 6, right? Take a picture. Take a picture. They're right next to each other. The first one is just normal, and the second one is upside down, right? The second one is upside down. And then caption it, heh, nice. There's a 10% chance that it'll go viral. Nice. There you go. You are now Twitter famous. Thank me later. What the heck are you talking about? Thank you for the super chat. Ah, you got it. 6, thank you for the super chat. There you go. Good evening, everyone. It is I, Vesper Noir, President Scholar of the Adventures Guild Tempest and social media genius. Wouldn't it be funny if I like introduced myself from this point on as a social media genius and then they check like my social media? It's like, oh, he's an idiot. Do it. Nice. Darksider, thank you for the super chat. I think I'll wait until the PlayStation 9. That's just gonna take too long. That family will definitely have killed me by then. Shiki, like I won't be able to see it. I thought about Can I tell you about like a stream idea that I had? That I was like, no, you're not gonna do that. I didn't even ask for permission. I was like, no, you're not gonna do that. Do you remember like there was like a bunch of YouTube ads of this like weirdo? This like weirdo that was like a self-help guru, and he kept talking about how he like read a book every single day, and he had like 2 Lamborghinis in his garage, and it was just like, do you remember that? I wanted to do a bit where I was like pretending, I was like parodying that guy, right? Cause like the book thing, right? Like that's my thing. I'm a scholar, right? Here in my garage, yeah. I like noped that. I NG'd that. That's NG. Don't do that, Vesper. Don't do that. Yeah. do it? No, I'm not. I thought it would just be so funny, right? Like I'd have like the OBS scene set up and it's like it's basically an hour of me trying to like scam you guys into like buying like a self-help book or something, right? And I'm just making like ridiculous like over-the-top claims about how amazing I am. I think like the end of that was me pretending to have like the giant spaceship from Dune. You know what I'm talking about? The big one. The one that like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like the giant ship. Like I'm like the CEO of the Spacer Guild, right? And it just like ends with me like panning up. And it's like a giant, like the highliner. Yeah, the big one. That's like the end of that bit where like I'm pretending to be that like self-help guru that's like talking about how he owns like 2 Lamborghinis and it's supposed to be like a big deal. It's like I own 2 highliners, right? It's like whenever I travel to a new part of known space, I don't take one highliner, I take 2 highliners because why not? Why not? I've got the spice. The guild is in my pocket, my little pocket here. Subscribe to my Skillshare. And you too can own 2 highliners, right? And become the Padishah Emperor. Anyway, I self like NG'd that. It's like there's no way you're gonna get permission to do that. So I didn't do it. Anyway. Please do it. I'm not gonna do it. There's like no way I'm gonna do that. Father Noir, have you heard anything about the cult of Magmo? Yes, I have. I watched it on live stream. It's ridiculous. Could we talk about that? All right. Are there people that watched that whole Minecraft stream that are here? No. We're moving on. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Did he make that like before the stream started, or did he like draw it and then like put the asset up? Like, did he have that prepared before he started the stream? No, he made it on stream. Madman. Just like an absolute madman. He whipped it out suddenly. He drew it in about 3 minutes. Oh my god. He loop stationed it live. No. I can't be Vesmo. I have to be like a different person in like the pantheon of like Tempest Sesame Street characters, right? Like who would I be? Big Vest. The count. Screw you guys. Screw you guys. The green guy who's in a trash can because he's a dumpster driver. I like that. Oscar the Grouch. Am I grouchy though? I don't think I fit the bill. Do you remember there was like an episode? There was an episode of Sesame Street where they go to like a different part of the city and like it's just filled with assholes and there's like one nice person there. It's like Bizarro World Sesame Street, right? Do you remember that? So New York. All right. Do you remember the scientist? Do you remember the scientist and his like lab partner? Or his like lab assistant? Bunsen and Beaker, right? Bunsen and Beaker? What if that's like me and Axel? Think about that. That'd be pretty good, right? It's like me and Axel, and then like it gets super dark, and then we start parodying like Breaking Bad. Think about it. Oh, that would be so good. I think Dez should be Tuco. I think Dez should be Tuco. And I think Altare should be Gus Spring. And then it's me and Axel as like Bunsen and Beaker. Baking Bad. Put that on the list of things that we could never do. Ever. Vesties. Vesties. The Secretary Vestie. The Vestie that's taking minutes on this on this meeting. Add that to the list of cool things that we could never do. Thank you. Stacy, thank you. Appreciate it. Put that on a list of really cool things that we could never do. Not even on archived. Yeah, not even on archived. Crony Senpai is Saul. It's actually pretty good. I need to watch Better Call Saul. I need to watch it. Actually, my editor loves it, and he highly recommends, because it's done, right? It just finished. My editor like is highly recommending Better Call Saul, and I haven't even watched one episode of it yet, but it's done, so I should watch it. Shaco should be Hector. That's such a good one. Who's Mike? Mike might have been my favorite character from Breaking Bad. We have to find a Mike. Who's Mike? Callie Senpai? Astel Senpai is Mike. RPR, he does have like the requisite skills. I don't know if he's got like the Mike personality though, right? I'll have to think about it. Mike was probably my favorite Breaking Bad character. Probably. RPR is Jesse? No! Like, Axel is, like, clearly Jesse, right? I feel like because I'm not Walter. And then Altair is kind of Gus, but not really. And then Dez is definitely not Tuco, but like, yeah. But like, Axel like fits Jesse like perfectly. We'll put a pin in it. We need to search for like a mic. We need to search for a mic. Ayo, Mr. Noah. What's that meme? What's the Skylar meme where she keeps saying yo, right? Do you remember that meme? Skylar's like, I'm Skylar White, yo. Yeah. Oh my god. With the vine boom? Yeah. 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 Oh, who's Hank? That's a good one. Hank is like a great character. I like Hank. I like him. Hank kind of reminds me of my brother. He's like a classic Chad that doesn't understand like my culture, like the weeb culture, but like he's supportive and he's trying to do his best. I think Hank should be Callie Senpai. Yeah. I think Hank is Callie Senpai. Yeah. Means well, doesn't completely understand, and is just like good-natured person. Yeah. Type of guy that would wear a cowboy hat, unironically, right? That's Hank. Yes, sir. Who's Walter Jr.? Who's my child? The Vesties. Because you're all my children, right? Diss track incoming. Don't offend us. Meta, thank you for the super chat. He magged through a sunroof and he gets to be an alchemist. What a sick joke. I like how deep this goes because like Magni Dezmond is like the alchemist of the guild Tempus, but like he's the character that is like not cooking, right? So the whole like self-proclaimed thing is actually true. Like he just has other people that like work for him as an alchemist. Yeah. No. Gus is definitely Altair. For sure. You know the scene where like he's like in manager mode and then like Walter's like sitting at Los Pollos Hermanos and like Gus is like manager mode and then he switches into like Gus mode, right? There you go. That was like 10 out of 10 acting. Like I actually like the hackles on the back of my neck got raised. It's like, oh shit, that's like a lizard man. That's not a human. Oh shit. Like, uh-oh. Don't mess with that one. Oh, the acting was so good. Jekyll Geek, thank you very much for the super chat. Man, the Fire Emblem system. Ah! You would win versus the archer class. Okay. I don't think it would be like rock, paper, scissors, right? Who plays Hector? Shaco from League of Legends. I think that's a good one. Where like Altair finally gains the upper hand. He gains the upper hand against Hector, right? Shaco Salamanca. Altair finally gains the upper hand on Shaco, and he's like, I come here to savor my victory. And then Shaco does the And then Altair goes, oh shit! And then, right? Did it peak? I think it peaked, didn't it? I think it peaked. I apologize. I'll turn it down a little bit. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway. Once again, I've been streaming for too long. This is why, like, my vocal cords are, like, strained. I went into it thinking, like, 1 hour Zatsudan because I've got, like... Okay, I'm gonna level with you guys. I was gonna try to play, like... I know, like, Outer Wilds takes a very long time to beat, but I was gonna try to speed run it and beat it in, like, 12 hours, 13 hours, or whatever. So I was gonna do 1 hour today, and then just, like, play as much as I could tomorrow. Like, get as far into the game as I could. Oh my god. What am I doing? Dwarf Fortress. I need to check to make sure that, like, the permissions that we got for Dwarf Fortress will carry over to the Steam edition. But I am planning on doing that as well. Maybe while I'm, like, abroad? Because it's, like, low... it's, like, a low system requirement. So I can easily play that on my laptop. Yeah. I'm still gonna play Outer Wilds as much as I can. Like, as much as I possibly can until, like, in which case... Should I play it on Twitch? Let me think. I was planning on playing it for over 12 hours, and I think a YouTube stream only goes to 12, and then you need to restart the stream, right? I was planning on doing this Zatsudan for 1 hour, and then just, like, playing, like, a crazy amount of Outer Wilds tomorrow. RIP CPU. You're gonna fry your laptop. Okay. Because I did my Zatsudan for too long, let's do Outer Wilds tomorrow with a cap, like a hard cap. And I'm not promising that I'll get there, because I might get a headache, I might, like, run out of, like, steam, I might actually, like, have my vocal cords die on me. But, like, let's set, like, a hard cap at, like, 11 hours, okay? Let's do Outer Wilds to 11 hours max. Minimum, maybe 5 hours. 5 to 11. If I get to 5 and I want to quit, don't get mad at me. Maximum 11. Do not let me stream over 11 hours. Something like that. Hard cap has been invoked. Exactly. Alright. And we will be streaming it on YouTube. I think it's just a good idea. In general. Which, by the way, I just realized that I'm streaming at 720p. Because I'm a fool. Did anybody notice that? I think I'm streaming at 720p. I'm an idiot. I see 120. My bitrate is capped at 3K. I don't know why. I don't know why my bitrate is capped at 3K, which is, like, not good. Why did I do that? 1080 for you? Okay. Then it's definitely 1080, but my bitrate is capped at under 3K, and I don't know why. I need to bump that to 6. Like, what? Why did I do that? My Wi-Fi is bad, so I've been watching it at 240. Oh my god. Coriar, thank you very much for the super chat. Best way to enjoy Outer Wilds is to let the hunger for knowledge drive you rather than the desire to beat it. Okay. You know what? I'm going to take your advice to heart, then I'm not going to, like, rush it, right? Like, I'm not going to try to speed through it, and I'm not going to try to beat the game, because I don't think I can beat the game in 11 hours. It's just not going to happen. have to finish the game off stream. Because I don't know if my laptop can run Outer Wilds. Yeah. Yeah. It's about discovery. Chat might be filled with spoilers. Oh, yeah, that might be an issue. It might be the type of stream where I'm just not looking at chat. So it's gonna be like a low interaction stream. I went to eat lunch and I was happy to find that you're still here. Yeah, like I kinda went in, huh? And just lost track of time. It'd just be that way when you're having fun, right? Pixelated grandpa is best grandpa. That might be on my end because I think I might have capped the bit rate. Whoops. Experiencing the game, it would be a shame if you got spoiled. Okay, then with your permission, I will like do minimal like looking over at chat and just like focus on the game 100%. Having fun talking about spears, yeah. Warriors from history. We were talking about a little bit of like fantasy stuff. We talked about Dune. We talked about bits that I like self-nixed, and I was just like, don't do that. Don't bother doing that. Like, there's no way. I watched Magmo. Watched Magmo. Oh my god. Is there like something that led to that? I need to end the stream, but I want to know like what led him to doing that. Have a pinned message saying it'll be how interaction causes spoilers. Ah, that might be a good idea. Magni is an enigma. Completely unprompted. He just did it. It seemed completely unprompted. It's Dez. Do you need context? Wow. Wow. He's usually like, he usually sees like the inkling of an idea and then he runs with it, right? There's usually like a spark that sets off the flame that is like his madness. Kenshin419, thank you very much for the super chat. I just got up work. What did I miss? Not much. Not much. He hasn't been the same since the accident. It's Dez, that's the context. He said, oh, I have an idea, and I returned with this. Interesting. Damien M. Broadway, thank you very much for the super chat. All this talk about spears and weapons makes me wonder if you like movies about gladiators. Oh, Gladiator? With Russell Crowe? That's a great movie. I liked it a lot. What's my favorite part of that movie? Magni climbed your shaft? That bastard! No, but I'm talking about Gladiator, right? I think what's my favorite part of that movie? Let me think. Probably like, yeah, probably the chariot battle, right? Because we just talked about it, right? It was the Carthaginians versus Rome, right? Scipio Africanus versus Hannibal, right? That's what that fight was about. And then the joke at the end was where like the emperor is talking to his like adjutant or whatever, and he's like, if I recall correctly, like Rome won that battle, right? And he's like, yes, your majesty, Rome did win against Carthage, right? Yeah, that might have been my favorite one. The part where like he's on the horse The part where he's on the horse and then like he spins his sword and then he's like, double column! Double column! Like that was so cool. Oh no, single column, single column. Single column, single column! And then like they make a single column. It's so cool. I also love the Roman artillery at the start. That was really good too. With the doggo. Do you remember the doggo? The dog was cool. I remember that. Isn't that the one that had elephants? Or am I thinking about another one? I think you're thinking about a different one. Gladiator. The gladiator that I watched didn't have any elephants, if I recall correctly. Oh, okay. Thanks, Shrek. Is that my favorite part? My favorite line was where like he's talking about like his family, right? And he's like talking about giving his son like advice on like how to fight or something like that, right? And then he's like, my wife? What I do with my wife is none of your business. It's so funny. Okay. And then we're gonna have to call it. Is anybody streaming right now? Any of the boys? I prioritize the boys, but any of the JP senpais as well. What do we got? They're probably like completely passed out because it's like 5 in the morning. Yeah. Okay. I think I'll call it then. I have a lot of work that I need to do. That's why I wanted to end it early. I have to like do like real life stuff, like preparing for Christmas dinner. I need to go shopping for that. There's like a lot of stuff that I need to do. And I need to sing too, and like my vocal cords are like completely shot. I've been streaming for too long. Okay. Okay, everybody. Take care. I will see you tomorrow. We're going to be playing a lot of Outer Wilds. It's going to be here on YouTube. I've decided. And yeah, take it easy. Take it easy. All right? Take care. Goodbye. 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 Bye. Wait, hold on. I want to do something before I end it. Hold on a second. I want to take a crack at the Magmo voice. Can I do that real quick? We're already ending, right? How did he do it? How did he do it? He did like a in the throat, like high pitched, like falsetto, right? Hi, I'm Magmo. Oh, I can't do it. It's like too hard. How does he do the perfect Elmo voice? How does he do that? I can't do it. That's like a Dez special. There's no way I could do like a Magmo. Anyway, all right. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.